Oh, Cryptic's in the house.
Just waiting on 2 more drivers in, and then we will be ready to go for the championship in Mexico.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I've not got, I don't think, one person that's happy about having Mexico. I mean, I can't stand it. The track limits are an absolute joke around here as well.
Oh, it's just not made for this game.
It's a tough
really,
one, isn't it? It is a tough one. I don't like the track at all. I don't know anyone that loves this track. Apart from, I tell you what, the admin for this league loves this track. Nightwing. He absolutely loves it. Watch out for him in the Premier League tomorrow.
I don't understand.
I don't get how people can like this track, but yeah, Nightwing absolutely loves it.
It's crazy.
Right, we'll give it. We've got 3 more minutes to wait for Andy Liu and whoever else it is. Can't remember who else it is we're waiting for.
FIFA?
Nope, he's in. Andy Liu and FaZe Bailey. So, if they don't turn up at 1:15, we will then get invites to Farf, who hasn't scored any points in the Premier League for us yet, so it'll be good for him to have a race, and then Harrison as well. And they're spamming me with messages, they're both eager to race. Andy Liu has turned up, there we go, and so Andy Liu is racing.
Just a McLaren now.
Yeah.
Does Justin race in this league anymore?
Yep, he's going to be racing. He's racing as a reserve in the Premier League, and from January he'll be racing in the Championship. We'll talk a little bit more about what we're doing for next season later on when we've got more people in the stream.
You could do a stream for the team draws as well.
Yes, we will be.
You could do a stream for that, yeah.
Not quite sure on how to do that yet exactly, but
Just read
we've
out.
got. What's that?
Just read out the stuff.
Yeah, it'd be good to have something on the screen though, wouldn't it? Right, we're waiting 2 minutes then, we'll wait till 1:15, and then Harrison will be in. If Harrison was first, well, I did ask earlier, but, and then Farf asked last. Andy's joined. So yeah, we'll wait for 1:15, just 1 minute now, and then if FaZe Bailey's not with us, then we will get Harrison in the McLaren. Oh. Right, let's have a little look in the comments then. We've got Nunda saying Drive to Survive is the best show on earth. Yeah, this track.
Oh, I was watching that earlier.
It's just, oh, yeah, best show on earth. Yeah, Drive to Survive at this track. I mean, I think that's something he was talking about. You know what they say, Mexico is better than Monaco. You know what I say, Monaco is better than Mexico.
Yeah.
Farf saying it's a challenging track. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. It is a really challenging track. Like I said, I'm in ALR as well. A few of us are, and because they run the normal calendar, I think the next 3 weeks are Russia, Japan and Mexico, and they're my 3 worst tracks, so I'm in for an absolute nightmare of a few weeks. This track's horrible. Don't know who made it. An F1 track, but... Right, anyway, it's 1/4 past. Let's get Harrison an invite. Face Bailey's not turned up. Yeah, good for years. I like it in the fact that Max Verstappen's won here a couple of times, hasn't he? So that's good at least. Just going to send everyone else one more spare invite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They're all sent. Right, Harrison is in then. Need to send another one to Crazy Bill and DJ Jawley. DJ Jawley, Crazy Bill, and then reserves. Bill. And there we go, and I think we are all set to go then. Let's ready up, everyone. Serious Mushroom in the comments saying, come on Theo, get some points for Alpha. Yeah, obviously Serious Mushroom. DT Bevs has joined Alfa Romeo team for in League One, so finally Serious Mushroom's got some company for Alfa Romeo. We've got Andy, Lou and Theo in this league. Haven't scored too many points as of late, so it'd be good if they could get some on the board. Theo's not got any yet, has he? But it'd be great for him to get some, otherwise he will be back to a reserve next year.
I'm still sorry about that incident in Spa.
Yeah, of course, Crazy Bill took him out, ruined his points chance.
I did not take him out.
Theo was crying all night. That's all we all felt. Only joking, Theo, mate. Obviously, Theo, we really hope we get some points soon. Tonight could be the night. A track like this where there's going to be chaos around. Just don't rain. Don't rain. People can't do this track in the dry. Let's have a look in the comments again. We've got Fast saying, Jake's screwed. Yes, I am screwed for the next few weeks. Definitely. McKenty saying, hello guys, best of luck to my Hasbro. Yeah, McKenty of course not racing today, and it is dry for quality at least, although it is quite cloudy in the sky. Liam saying good luck to everyone, have a good race. Liam's racing for Ferrari tomorrow in his Premier League seat. We got Chazza saying hello people. Chazza's Williams of course for Premier League tomorrow, so a couple of Premier League guys, good to see they're checking in to see how it's going to go for tomorrow. Nunda saying rain, rain, rain please. Nunda of course the wet master. Dylan saying best of luck everyone. Dylan of course is Dylan in the McLaren. He's raced in League One with us as well. We'll have ALR Vintages in the comments as well. And of course Vintage does race too. We're going to get this telemetry set up. Don't forget, you won't see any cars go out straight away because we are probably a good 45-50 seconds ahead. Always happens in Q1, the spectators ahead because we entered the session earlier. Yes, so that's what we were going to talk about quickly. So for next season, obviously as you can see, we've got Shadders, Cryptocalibi, who else? Couple more, Dylan as well. Harrison's only reserving today, but there's a few drivers we've got that race in 2 leagues just because we've had a couple of drivers leave and that. But we have got more reserves in now, and we have this week been working to find out who can race each time. And I know it's still nearly 2 months away yet. January the 8th is going to be our start date for Season 2. We've still got 6 weeks left of this season, so still over a quarter of it, of course. But we have worked it out, so we have got 60 different drivers for 60 different seats. And that's all worked out already. For the guys' effort, we'll put thumbs up and thumbs down for what they can do over the last 2 days. Obviously, a couple of things might change from now till then, and of course, we've still got the promotion and relegation to work out. So hopefully that'll be good for next season. We'll have a couple of switch arounds as well, but hopefully that's all to make the racing a lot better as well. And we see a lot of cars are already out on track, aren't they? They're really eager just to get a lap on board, maybe even get a couple of laps of practice in.
Sure.
Or maybe, like we said, it is cloudy in the sky, so maybe it's going to start raining. That's why everyone might be rushing out.
I didn't look at the weather.
ALR Vintage has looked at the weather low, and he's in the comments saying overcast quali and dry race. So there we go. It's a dry race. DJ Jawley, oh, bright purple, that stands out there, doesn't it? DJ Jawley's head there. This part, I can't do it, makes it. The stand here is absolutely lovely. The track, the colours on it, it looks lovely. It's just horrible to drive. Right, who is first on their lap? Anyway, I think Adam. No, it's Crazy Bill, he's first on his lap. The man who joins me in the commentary box, who did commentary on his own for our League One race earlier on. very well as well. Let's see what he can do then. Look how it's just so slow through there, isn't it? And he got this double clip the apex right-handed. He's done that quite well. This is my worst bit on the F1 calendar. This little bit here, middle of sector 2, I cannot do without invalidating or spinning off. Crazy Bill's mastered it. He's in practice at this all week, isn't he? Wow, he's really doing it. He's done it fine. Not lost too much speed through there. Put him under big pressure. He's going to be first one watching a lap on board with Mexico in. Clips both the apexes again. This is looking a really good lap from Crazy Bill. He's been on top form the last couple of weeks in the commentary box and on the track. There we go. Clips the final little apex then. And he comes around then. Doesn't do a Valtteri Bottas, and he does a 1:16.0 for Crazy Bill. There we go. That's the first lap time on the board. Argentina's over a second quicker though, just behind him. Well done, though, Argentina. It's a great lap. Adam comes through in third, a second slower, almost exactly, from Crazy Bill. And then got a Renault crossing line. That's Ayrton with a 1:15.9. DJ Julie, look how quick, look how close these times are. 2 thousandths between DJ Julie and Ayrton. Argentina's lap standing out, but Bill's has gone up to P2 then. God, everyone's going out really early, aren't they? Getting these lap times set on the board. Marvsky's also on a lap then. Marvsky, who is, I think he's 4th at the moment in the stands. We'll go through him later on, which I mean he's projected for a Premier League seat at the moment. Let's see what Marvsky can do then. He comes across the line. It's 4 for Marvsky. He set the exact same time as his Mercedes teammate. Would you look at that? We're saying it's 2 thousandths between Julie and Ayrton. Marvsky and DJ Julie and Merc teammates have set the exact same lap time. We've not seen that before all season, have we? We've seen the same lap times be set, but not by the two teammates. They're going to be closely matched then, aren't they? Argentina a bit of a way out in front at the moment though. We've got a Ferrari crossing the line next. That's going to be Nunda. What can he do? He's P1. Nunda's 10th quicker than Argentina. That could be the pole battle today. Then obviously McKenty's not racing. He was up there last couple of weeks, wasn't he? With him not racing today, we've got Jake down in 17th, who was reserving for League 1 today, and he won that race. Didn't lead the race, weren't in the top 2 for the whole race, but because of penalties for the other guys, Jake came through and won. So if Jake can do the same thing and avoid getting penalties here, he could be on for a good result again. He did really well in Singapore last week, holding drivers up. His strategy was fantastic. This is a quick track for me, saying Serious Mushroom in the comments, or I'll be losing out to my battle for promotion then in silver on Monday then, if Serious Mushroom likes this track. So we've got Mexico in a few weeks, and Andy Liu is up to P4. Well, he's definitely been practicing this track because he's ahead of both of the Mercedes guys. 2 tenths ahead of him as well. Brilliant there from Andy Liu. It's still saying fastest lap Argentina at the bottom of my screen. It's obviously a glitch. Theo's gone up to P8. He's set a lap, which is just quicker than Crazy Bill. And yeah, Crazy Bill's time does look in danger now. He said so himself, didn't he? And he's invalidated this lap as well, so he needs to get back into pits. He could be in trouble. I think he might just be saving up though to go again. As a Billy Day goes P10 in his second effort, and the Maniac in P12. Both Alpha Tauris have had a really hard season, haven't they? As we've just seen Shadows go up to P5. We've got Vintage there moving out of the way. When we get a quiet patch, we will go through all the comments. Not the comments, I mean the standings we'll go through when we get a quiet patch. We'll have a look through.
It's just all wrong.
We'll have a look through the comments now. It's Crazy Bill saying his setup's wrong. We've got Cowie saying, come on Ferrari boys. Of course Cowie, Ferrari driver himself. Ferrari in a big battle with Haas and Mercedes, I think, and Racing Point at the top of the constructors in a couple of leagues and the joint constructors. Formula Moments, Jake the Slayer saying, gonna need it. We've got Leparkta, who had a fantastic battle in our previous race in League 1. Whole race is battling with DT Bevs. He's saying, good luck lads, good to see he's tuning in to watch. Back look at, it's Marvsky, there we go, he's improved his time by about, well, 0.076 he's improved, and he's just ahead of Shadows now by 6 thousandths, and the margins are tiny, aren't they? I mean, between the top 2 and then between the rest of the pack, there's a bit of a gap. But all these guys are so close, aren't they? Between 5th and 8th, they're all really close. All within a 10th of each other. Still quite a few guys with only 10 minutes left yet to set a lap. Cryptic Alibi then, he's back with us. Great to see. We saw him in the last race in League 1. He is reserving at the moment as he's finally fixed his PlayStation. But from next week, he will have a permanent seat again, back in the Championship. Might not be in a pretty pink of Racing Point, but we can guarantee you he'll be there. And it's great to see him back as well. Definitely missed him, and he's now starting a lap as well. FIFA Beefy is a big contender for promotion. As it stands, it's going to be because Argentina cannot get promoted because he cannot race on Saturday. So then means 2nd, 3rd and 4th will go up. So it's Nunda, FIFA Beefy and Marvsky at the moment. There's a bit of a margin to the drivers behind them. So as it stands, those 3 will be in the Premier League next year. Jake and Harrison in the pits, and Harrison the last 2nd reserve. Oh, Harrison's now coming out of the pits as we say that. Both McLarens yet to set a time then, so they need to get out of there pretty quickly. Jake's not set a time either, he's sat in the pits. Vintage is... well, he's not going to set a time off the track. I think he's just getting out of the way. He's obviously made a mistake on his lap, and we've just seen a driver improve, and that was Dylan up to P11. Only in the 116, so I think if you're in the 115s for Q1, I think you should be safe. Low 116s, you might be okay. Yeah, I think if you're in the 115s, you're going to be safe. Crazy Bill and Dylan though, they might be sat there sweating a little bit, thinking is it enough, is it not going to be enough? As we just see FIFA Beefy go up to P3 then, although he's a good 6 temps off Nunda in Argentina. And Cryptic Alibi's up to P6, so there we go, and they're both definitely going to be through. Then come in the pits and rest easy. There's Vintage, there we go, he sets that time. He was on a slow lap anyway, wasn't he? Oh, I'm not sure if his DRS is glitching, it's not appearing open to me, it's all glitching everywhere on the screen. Not sure he's got a problem here, or whether it's just stupid servers again. Bit of correction for some oversteer there. Clips the left apex and apex. Just call it that. Yeah, his DRS is flicking all over the place. Not sure what's going on there. Jake the Slayer started his lap then. He's been messaging me just now and saying to wish him luck because he's going to need it. Let's see if he invalidates the first couple of corners then. No, he survived the first one. Survived the second one, well he's lucky to because he went 4 wheels off almost. There we go, he's getting through sector 1 I think without invalidating. Let's see, stay on board with him for this lap then. We'll go with an overhead view, there we go. Preferably on boards when you're starting in quali because you can see what the track's like. Clips the apexes, all looking tidy from Jake Slayer, but again obviously we saw Crazy Bill's time, didn't we? It all looked a very tidy lap, but it's all about how quickly you're accelerating, depends on what setup you got as well. That's something pretty good for Jake the Slayer, to be honest. He's finding the apexes a lot more than I could. And yeah, it is a quick lap, isn't it? It's a very quick lap. I think it's only Austria. Monaco's a little bit quicker. Well, it depends how good you are at it. Austria's quicker than it. But yeah, it's definitely one of the quickest tracks, isn't it here? Jake the Slayer, he comes around the final corner and he crosses the line and he's up to P5. There we go. It was I'm not allowed to swear on him anymore.
Again.
He was absolutely winding me up. There we go. That's a better way of saying it. He knows what he's doing, man, isn't he, Jake the Slayer? P5, comfortable. Not all that nonsense that he can't do this track. Jake then is now out on the track. Harrison invalidated, so he's back in the pits. He needs to get back out pretty quickly. Vintage again is going on a slow lap, I think, so he needs to get a better time on the board. And both AlphaTauris again look like they're going out at the moment. Last week we had both AlphaTauris go out, we had both Williams go out, and we had both Alfa Romeos, I think 15th and 16th starting, didn't we? So it was all 3 teams on the back 3 rows. See, I know we said the 115 should be safe, but Ayrton with a 115.9 is in 12th at the moment. Make that 13th because Jake's gone up to 5th. So maybe they're not all that safe, especially with Harrison not setting a lap. Crazy Bill could still improve. Dylan's looking to improve as well. They're all still looking to improve, so I'm not sure 115.9 it's going to be safe. And that might make everyone up to Marvsky want to come out again. Yeah, Ayrton on a 115.9 in 13th, so in a bit of a danger zone there at the moment. And Maniac, I think, is on a lap, and he's a 10th and a half up. That's not going to be enough because he's 1.2 seconds off 15th at the moment. So he needs to find a bit more time somewhere. Oh, he's lucky not to cut the corner there. Not too much speed carrying through there, but he has kept it clean. And Crazy Bill, there we go. He's up to P7 and up to P7. I think Andy Lou improved again as well, up to P6. Yeah, Crazy Bill should be safe there with 1:15.4. Let's see what the Maniac can do. He's definitely going to improve, I think. Oh, he's a little bit wide through there. Let's see what the Maniac does there. And he crosses the line, and he does improve by 3 tenths, but he stays 18th then with 1:16.9. Very close to his teammate, the Bearded Dave, who's also on a lap but going slower. Beefy's retired. That is in the pits, so he's all good there.
What's the
Vintage is going slow again. Time's on 4 minutes 40 for me, but it'll be on a bit more for you. Not going too well for Vintage at the moment. And Harrison, he needs to get out and set a lap, doesn't he? Yeah, so both McLarens are in a drop zone at the moment. Theo's on out laps. Yeah, Ayrton's down in 14th now. He'll be wanting to come out again. DJ Jordan in 13th to come out again, or he's 2 tenths down in sector 1. The Bearded Dave, oh there we go, he's half a second up then, the Bearded Dave, as he goes through sector 3. He's going to improve here, but by how much? Oh wow, I did not expect that. Bearded Dave's up to P9, that's the exact same time as Cryptic Alibite. Wow, margins are close tonight, aren't they? Fantastic that is from the Bearded Dave, didn't expect that. And he looks like he could be through here, the Bearded Dave. He goes out in Q3 quite a lot. He has picked up lately. His pace has definitely improved lately. That's great to see. Great to see. Up to P9, sorry. Great effort, the Bearded Dave. And Ayrton is in trouble then in P15. I said the 1:15.9 should be safe. I don't think they're going to be now, are they? Theo's on a lap, although he's half a second down according to this. Not sure if that's right though. Oh, he's not really getting in the swing of things. He's sliding all over the place. I think he's got set up. Might be a bit too pacey here, Theo. Yeah, he's definitely struggling, isn't he? Yeah, he's down, isn't he? Harrison set a lap, then he's up to P18. It's not going to be enough, is it? But who else has set a lap? Did Adam just set a lap? Who just improved? Dylan went up to P8. There we go. And Dylan went up to P8. So Ayrton's in the drop zone now for about 1:15.9. Yeah, Crazy Bill and Dylan have got the exact same time. I think very, very rare seeing people at the same time. And we've got 2 here in 7th and 8th, 2 here in 11th and 12th, and both Mercedes both had the same time earlier on. Crazy stuff going on here. Margins are tiny. Theo then, he's really struggling, isn't he, Theo? Looks like he could be out here. Harrison is 2 tenths up as he comes through sector 2. Nice to see Mercedes getting out of the way. He's low on fuel, he's low on ERS, so if he completes this lap, it's going to be his last chance, because we are a bit behind and it's obviously a slow lap. If he comes into the pits, he'll be able to get out again, I should think. But is Harrison going to commit to this lap? Because he does need about half a second to get through. So if he's not got that much time, then I'm sure he'll come in. Oh, he's gone wide there.
Argentina's lost it.
Argentina's lost it. Harrison is completing his lap. What can he do then? Harrison, it is P10. That's why he completed his lap. Puts Adam down to the drop zone then. And needs to come out pretty soon. Theo's a tenth and a bit out. Up. We didn't see Argentina lose it, but he's safe. He's got 4 wheels in his wagon, and Theo's lost it. Oh, he's hit the wall. And he's going to have to come in. Theo, he's really struggling, isn't he? I think he's trying too hard for these couple of points that he needs, isn't he? I'm not sure he's going to have time to come in though. We've got the Maniac, who's 58 seconds down. It's a very slow lap. He's cutting the corners, Maniac. I think he could be out as well. Vintage is on an out lap then. Ayrton's on an out lap. Adam's on a lap. He's just started his lap. Shadow's in the danger zone at Marv's and Cryptic Alibi. It's still in the pits, 13th, 14th. They could be in trouble. See what Adam does going through sector 1 then. Oh, he's run wide and he's invalidated. Right, he's got enough fuel, so he's going to save his ERS up. He's got enough time as well, so he should be okay. He'll be going round for one more shot at it, Adam will. Ayrton's on his out lap still, and Theo's in the pits. I don't think... Obviously, it only says 45 seconds. We're about 40-50 seconds behind, so they need to be getting out the pits right now if they're going to have another shot at it. Cryptic Alibi's just gone out. But yeah, I think now it's going to be pushing it a little bit. Oh, there we go. Theo is rushing. There we go. He is now coming out in that Alfa Romeo. He's going to have to cut a couple of corners if he's going to get across the line, which is fine. A Vintage then. He's on a lap. Hopefully this is a quick lap. He did get a 1:19.3 set. He's half a second up here. I don't think this is one of Vintage's favourite track. We've seen great improvements in the last few weeks. Obviously he's running League One for us as well with me. That's why he's in the championship, and he's proved he's got much more pace as well. Let's see what he can do as he comes across the line, and can he beat his time at least? He's a 1:18.8 for Vintage then, so he's not going to be going through unfortunately, unless he has one more shot here. I think he crossed the line in time, didn't he? Theo, there we go, he's on his outlap. Oh, he's spinning. Is he going to hit the wall? Oh, he's facing the wrong way, Theo. He nearly took someone else out. Theo's really struggling then, isn't he? He's facing the wrong way again. We're going to look away from that because Ayrton's 3 temps up. Adam, not sure what the time's playing at there, but he is now starting his lap. Shadows in 15th is a tiny bit up. So there we go, and checker flag is out for Theo. Marvsky, the Maniac, he is out as well. Vintage, I think, is going again. Bearded Davis comfortably through, and good effort from him. He's retired the car. I think he might have retired it on the track. I hope he hasn't. Adam then slightly down as he goes through sector 2. That is not good. And who have we just seen improve? I'm not sure who that was we've just seen improve. I can't see who it was, but Shadders, he's out. He's out in 16th then, Shadders. We saw someone go out, I can't remember who it was, it's just gone jumping up. Adam's invalidated, so Adam's out as well. Vintage invalidated too, so there we go, and we have our bottom 5. That is all. Oh, it's Ayrton. There we go, it was Ayrton who improved. He went up to P10, the Renault. So Vintage is going to be starting last. The Maniac in 19th again fails to make out Q1. Theo in 18th, he just couldn't get. Well, saying that, he was only a 10th off getting through, wasn't he? So
yeah,
he just looked, he was spinning all over the place. I think he's got the setup that's probably a bit too quick. Adams in P17, both Williams go out in Q1 yet again. One Alfa Romeo and one Alfa Tauri going out again. Shadders in the Red Bull in P16 is out then 6,000th behind Marvsky. So Marvsky's a lucky boy. Shadders very unlucky. But there we go. Oh my goodness me. We're going to have 3 people set at the exact same time. Crazy Bill, Dylan and the Bearded Dave all set at 1:15.475. Have you ever, can anyone honestly tell me, have you ever seen 3 drivers set at the exact same time? 3 at once set at the same time.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Oh. There they are, look, all the same times. So both McLaren's made it through in the end then. Yeah, stand out there as a Bearded day for me, comfortably getting through. Really good lap time from him there. And then Mark's getting through by the skin of his teeth as well, look at that. But again, look how close the whole field is. I mean, the top 2, Nürnberg and Argentina, are a bit further apart. But the gap between Beefy in 3rd and Beefy in 3rd, Theo in 18th, and Beefy in 3rd, the gap's 8/10. So it's going to be really tight margins, especially when we get to Q3. One little mistake, that could do you in. Have a look in the comments again then. Oh, we missed absolutely loads of comments. Let's have a quick read through them whilst not much is going on. Esports fouls and separate them is unbelievable, Linda means. First to 20th separated by 10th. First to 20th separated by 10th. Well, it weren't quite that close together. It was a second. Tyre wear is huge here, says Cryptocalibrite. Oh, great. That's
Andy Lou's retired.
Andy Lou has retired, yep. We know why that is, don't we?
I don't know.
I always forget to say
it. Q2 ban.
I always forget to say at the beginning of the stream why people are retiring. But Andy Lou has got a Q2 ban. Always forget to mention at the beginning of the stream starts. I know it's there because I've checked at the beginning, and I'll just completely forget about it. So Andy Lou, yeah, Alfa Romeo will be starting quite far down again. He's got his Q2 ban, so he's going to start down in 15th. Let's have another quick look through the comments. We were Crazy Bill huffing and puffing tonight, saying the Saint. Good job, Andy Lou, saying Serious Mushroom. Unfortunately, it's not such a good job now because he's got his Q2 ban, and that was for an incident with, I think it was Dylan last week. He just missed his braking point, went into the back of him, slammed Dylan into the wall. It was accidental, and he owned up to it after and accepted the ban. So that's what we'd like to see. and I'm sure he can still do a decent job from P15. He's shown he's got a bit of pace around here as well. Setup is working, saying for me moments. There we go then. It's good for him. Cryptic Alibi might be out of Q1. Well, you're definitely not out of Q1. You're in Q2. You can run. How was Harrison's last corner not in validations? Is for me the moments. Serious Mushroom saying you can run off the track. Last corner approach to a degree. Yeah. Niall saying raging for Andy did so well in Q1. Yeah, it is a shame when people have bans and that, but obviously that's what we have to do, of course, to get things together. As we say, a Racing Point comes. It's Crazy Bill again. He wants all the attention, doesn't he?
I don't.
Here we go. Then we're going to be watching him. Whilst I'll let you watch his lap, as we've already been through a lap with him, and whilst we're doing that, I will take you through the standings. Right, Championship standings. Argentina's in the lead with 201. Nunda's on 152. Marv's on 133. Beefy's on 115. So they're going to be the three get promoted as things stand. It's then down to 93 to McKenty, who's not racing tonight. 85 for Julie, 81 for Jake the Slayer. So yeah, it is a bit of a gap, and it will take some doing to stop Nunda, Marv and FIFA Beefy being the three guys that get promoted. And down the bottom we've got Theo and Vintage yet to score points. FaZe Bailey as well hasn't scored any points, and he's not turned up tonight either. Wally was on 2 points, but he's not showed up the last 3 weeks now. And Shadders is 15th as well. Of course, Shadders is one of the drivers who's doing both leagues for us at the moment. And then Constructors, we'll quickly have a look in the Constructors. Keep popping my head up at the stream because I know I'll end up missing something. See Crazy Bill's back across the line. See what time he can do. It's 1:15.3. I think that's quicker than his time in Q1, so it's good improvement there. Haas in the lead with 294. Mercedes 251. Ferrari 241. Then we've got a gap of 20 points separating Racing Point, McLaren and Red Bull. 162, 140, 142. So we've got the top three, middle three, and then we've got the bottom four. Williams 66, Renault 65, Alfa Romeo 34, Alfa Tauri 23. So 3 different battles going on there. As we see more times come across the line, and of course medium tyres we now got. Haven't even set up my telemetry yet for this quality session. Crazy Bill, you're going soft, so because tyre wear's bad here, I think medium hard might be the best strategy. So those going on the softs might start to struggle. Everyone that's set a lap, everyone that's out on track is on mediums, mate. Apart from Crazy Bill, but yeah, he thinks he might struggle to get through on the mediums. But Bill's is second on mediums, Dylan is third, no one else has set a lap yet. There's still quite a few drivers in the pits as well. Of course, when it only lets you have one set of mediums, as Julie does a 117.0, only lets you have one set of mediums even on a harder tyre selection in qualifying. So that's why Pit will just leave it late in Q2, because they're only going to have one run at it. They committed to sight on those tyres. As we bat, FIFA Beefy goes up to P2. Great lap there from him. You can notice the difference between softs and mediums here, can't you?
I think I've messed up, mate, to be honest, but going on less softs. Oh no. What have I done?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
No.
Cryptic Alibi saying he's still in that playoff thing for 4th and 6th. Again, it depends, mate, because that was the idea, but like I say, the reason we I tried to sort out all the grids this week is because it got to a point I had about 5 or 6 drivers the last week or so message me saying they can't make the day they're doing at the moment. Obviously things change in this world at the moment, aren't they, all the time. I've had so many people messaging me saying they can't do certain days anymore, so that's why I want to get it all sorted now and have a provisional thing set up. So I'm not too sure that will happen now, but it's just we have to get on with it, don't we? It depends what goes on. If there's a way it can be possible, then that'd be great, but it's just gonna be hard to fit it all in. So it'll be hard to get it where all 8 drivers across the 3 leagues involved in that would be able to race in the league that they'd be going into if they won or lost whatever race. Serious Mushroom saying still a good strat from Crazy Bill. Yeah, that's what I mean. Personally, if a track is hard on tyre wear, like Bahrain is shocking, I'd commit to a 2-stop. And the Beardy Dave's gone P2 there with soft tyres as well, so you are not the only one. There we go, you're not on your own. And of course, being on the soft tyres, you're almost guaranteed to get through, aren't you? Because the gap between softs and mediums here is huge.
Yeah, that's why I chose them, because I didn't think I was going to get through.
You see,
I think I
Cryptic
made a
Alibis on
mistake
that. Yeah, you'd be safely through.
there. Yeah, but I got start on softs.
That doesn't
5%
invalidate.
wear after one lap.
I know, it's crazy that you'll only be able to do a few laps. Obviously, you just hope for a safety car early on,
Oh, yeah.
and then pit straight away. I think that'd be your best bet.
I think I just go out on the mediums to get some practice now.
How's this not invalidating Cryptic Alibi? He's gone 4 wheels off twice. 4 wheels off twice here. It's not invalidated. He needs to teach me some cheats, doesn't he? Because I can't do this track to save my life. Again, it's tidy from Cryptic Alibi. Let's see what the time's going to be then. He comes across the line. It's going to be a 1:16.8. It's sick for Cryptic Alibi. He's ahead of Julie, so that could be important. Jake the Slayer's on a lap then. Also got Jake on a lap. Jake's last name begins with S as well, so we can't say Jake the Slayer and Jake S. That's confusing. Oh, and Jake's lost it. He's held that together really well. Held it together really well. He has there, Jake. Obviously, he's messed up this lap, but that could have been a lot worse. He could have been in the wall there. Still only 7 times on the scoreboard. Times board, sorry. Scoreboard is not football, is it? Talking of the football, completely forgot there's football on tonight. Brighton Burnley was on earlier on. Oh, what a surprise. Brighton 0, Burnley 0. Why am I not surprised at that? And as it stands, it's Southampton 1, Newcastle 0. No Danny Ings, but Shay Adams is in the team. 1-0. As it stands, Southampton are going top. Unbelievable. What have we missed then? Dylan's gone up. No, he's been P5 for ages, hasn't he? Has he just gone up to P5? No, he's been P5 in ages, hasn't he? Someone said, oh, it's Jake the Slayer. Here we go. Look at that. 100th off Cryptic Alibi in P6 again. Close margins. Nunda is out on the soft tyres. That's him committing to a 2-stopper then. Not sure he needs to do this. Is he going to carry on? He is carrying on. He's going to set this lap. And Nunda crosses the line. Of course it's P1 for Nunda. 8 tenths quicker than Crazy Bill. So he's safety through, but he's going to be starting on soft tyres. Surprised at that by Nunda. Harrison's on mediums, but he's invalidated. Don't think anyone else on the lap at the moment apart from Dylan, who's having another go on those mediums. And oh no, he's on softs. He is on soft tyres. That's why he's 1.1 seconds up. Dylan goes up to P2, 1:15.1. So there's 4 drivers at the top now going on the softs. More than I'd have thought. So there you go, Crazy Bill. You're not on your own. There's other people doing that strategy. Might not be a good thing, but I'm seeing Crazy Bill's gone on the mediums, trying to beat his time on the softs.
I'm just practicing, mate. That's why.
Oh, he's practicing, of course. Well, obviously a soft medium could be a strategy here, though. That's the thing. And he only get 2 sets of mediums, so he's wasting tyre life on them.
Ah well.
There, well, yeah, he didn't know, did he? He's still going. He's setting laps, isn't he? There's a 1:16.6 he's done there. There we go. He's 1.2 slow on those mediums. Argentina is on a lap on soft tyres again. No, he's not. He's on medium tyres. Why is it? There we go. I put it on fitted. There we go. That's better. Argentina's on the medium tyres then. Why did it say he's on softs? I don't know. Quick looks in the comments. Cryptic saying he was going to do 2-stop, but start medium. Going to do a soft right now. Vintage saying, Hawaii lads, Wilson will score a brace. See us talking about Newcastle. Callum Wilson on good form, isn't he? Scores a lot of penalties. Argentina then, he comes through this horrible little bit. If you clip the apex too much there, you can go into a spin so much. Oh, is he coming in the pits? He is coming in the pits, Argentina. He didn't like that lap, did he? Is that him committing to soft? He probably only get 1 run at it now. So he might go for the softs now. I'm not too sure.
This is working out one of my favourite.
It is. It definitely is. Beefy's in good place at the moment. P5 on those medium tyres. Bills, of course, as well, and P6. Now, Beefy and Bills last week in Singapore, they were running 1 and 2, weren't they? Like they are 5 and 6 now on the mediums. And they were caught out because Beefy was 10th, Bills was 11th because it was a wet wet in Singapore quali, and it started to dry up, the track did, didn't it? So they both stayed in they retired in the pits. Bills retired in the pits, and he ended up 11th because the track dried up, everyone went out, and he couldn't do anything about it. He could just sit there and watch everyone overtake him one by one. Jake's on the outlap then, he's on the soft tyres. Marv's on the soft tyres. Now this is strange because Marvsky normally, if he sets a lap early on in the mediums, and that's it for him normally, he's happy to sit there in 13th, 14th, 15th and go out on the mediums. But today he's had a change of heart, he's changing it up, he's gone for the soft tyres today, which is very rare for him, but it's good to see he's changing it up a little bit. Since he built up so many points early on in the season, and since I think he's just been so focused on trying to get up into the Premier League, he's just been sitting back, starting on the mediums and then gradually picking up points, and when he's been starting 13th, 14th, 15th, he's consistently picked up a good 6th, 7th, 8th and picked up enough points to maintain the gap. But he's going for it today. He's seen the guys behind him close him up to him in the standings, and he is going for it. It's good to see though. Marvsky on the soft tyres comes across the line, and it is a 1:15.6, and we've seen Bills go on soft tyres as well. So Bills went up to P2, Marvsky is 6th, who's the slowest of all the soft runners, but again it's a 7/10 gap between him and Beefy, the fastest of the mediums. So yeah, some of these medium runners will be forced to put the softs on now because so many have gone on softs, and the people on the mediums are at risk of going out. Only 10 have set a time yet. Argentina's out on the mediums, that could be risky. So he's not faster than Beefy, he could be down in 8th then, because Jake's on the softs too, Harrison's on the mediums but he has invalidated his lap, and Ayrton's out on the mediums too. So Ayrton's going to be, I'll be surprised if Ayrton got through now, because it's going to be difficult, especially with Argentina, because Ayrton the time and Jake being on the softs. Jake's about to finish his lap, he is up to P6, he gets ahead of Marv then. So there we go, that pushes Beefy down to 8th, and he's out on the soft tyres too. So Crazy Bill started this by going out on the softs. Other people liked his idea and went for it, and because so many people have, and people who wanted to go on mediums have had to cover themselves to get in the Q3 by going on the softs themselves. Jake the Slayer's out on the softs as well. He's up to P3. There we go then. Some Beefy's down to P9. He needs the time now, doesn't he? Jolie's coming out the pits. Everyone's going on the softs, aren't they? Apart from Argentina and Harrison. Everybody's worried about this, but I think everyone's committing to a 2-stop here. It's going to be a manic racing, isn't it, if everyone's doing that? But it's going to be great for us to watch. Harrison, I think, will struggle to get through here. He's obviously committing to mediums, and he's very slidey through sector 2. Argentina's right behind Harrison. He might be getting held up. He might be getting a bit of a slipstream, not too sure. Go on board with Argentina. Hopefully Harrison's not holding him up. Obviously Harrison's on a quick lap himself, so not illegally, of course. Let's see what they do then. 12th for Harrison, 9th for Argentina. So 9th for Argentina. That's a fantastic lap on medium tyres. 4/10 quicker than Beefy's, although it still might not be enough because Beefy started lap on softs. Cryptic and DJ Julie on an out lap on the softs as well. Not sure if Julie's going to make it. He's got 15 seconds. Will he cut across this chicane? No, he won't. Is he going to make it? It's going to be touch and go. The Bearded Days retired. In the pits. 3, 2, 1. He's not made it. Oh, he has just made it. He's literally just made it because we must be a couple of seconds ahead again. There we go. All the runners in the top 8 are done, I think. Yep, they are. All the top 8 will not improve. Beefy's on the softs, and Ayrton unfortunately didn't get a time set. Invalidates it. Ayrton's going to be out in 14th. Harrison is out in 13th. We know that because he's invalidated his lap. So it's only Cryptic and DJ Dooley now can get out of this drop zone. Cryptic is half a second up. P for Beefy's about to come across, so he's going to be safety through, isn't he? P3 for Beefy. There we go. Argentina then in P10. If Cryptic or DJ Dooley can find about a second, DJ Dooley's invalidated. It's all on Cryptic now, reserving for the Haas team. Can he knock his teammate, the championship leader, out of Q2? Will he back off and do the sporting thing for his teammate? Oh, but Harrison's got in the way. Harrison's got in the way, and that could help Argentina. What does Cryptic Alibi do? He knocks Argentina out. He's done it. Argentina is out then. Let's have a
To be fair, he
look.
can pick his tyres now.
All of the top 10 are starting on softs. Argentina, I think, will start 11th on the hard tyres, and I think will still be up there at the end of the race anyway. That is not a bad thing for Argentina. I think I'd rather start 11th on new hards than 5th or 6th on these old softs.
Cheers.
Because Bahrain, yeah, but I mean Bahrain has no safety car, and we don't get safety car very often this league. I think 4 races out of the 15 so far have had safety cars. It'll just get to lap 4, everyone in front of Argentina will pit, he'll be leading the race, and then you're all pretty much level because these softs are that bad. Obviously you'll have fresher tyres towards the end. But yeah, Argentina's just, he might be a bit upset with that in P11, but like I say, all he's got to do, I think, is just keep it patient there, start on the hards for P11, watch everyone in front of him pit, and then just preserve his tyres and do a one stop for him. Now I think he's still in a great shot of winning the race.
I think Cryptic's AI did a faster lap than I could on the mediums.
First Q3 in a while, and it's on the wrong setup. How crazy, lol, says Marsky. So yeah, Marsky is through to Q3. He's not been through for a long time, has he? Q3 is where it gets fun then, isn't it? Because everyone's just going to absolutely go for it, aren't they? Beardy Dave in Q3, fantastic effort from him. And like I say, it's great to see Marsky in there as well. Great to see Cryptic Alibi back with us too. Jake the Slayer's got a lot of pace here as well, isn't he? Who's to say he can't push for promotion yet? And I think that is why Marsky is going for the Q3 now, because he knows that Jake the Slayer's pace is improving. He's going to be hunting him down in the race for promotion. Although he is a bit of a way off Marv at the moment, so all Marv needs really now is consistently in the points, and that should be his place to get promoted. But yeah, the gap between softs and mediums here is so big. The softs are so much quicker, but like we said, they do not last long at all. Jake to say he's only on 5% tyre wear as well, so there we go, good for him as well. He saved his tyres when he did his lap, so he might be able to go a little bit longer too. Yeah, Serious Mushroom making a point, saying Beardy Dave in Q3, that's good to see. Nunda saying Argentina out, so yeah, like I said, Nunda, of course, it's different strategies though, so I don't think it's going to have a huge impact on the race for position wise, because it just means one less pit stop, because the soft runners I think will pit early as well. Zach in the comments, who's DJ Geordie, saying although can now one stop. Yeah, of course, DJ Geordie, like we said, he was out as well, being validated on his second run. So again, DJ Geordie just behind Argentina as well. So same option for him as well. He can just do the one stop, can't he? Just quickly checking the Discord. Serious Mushroom saying there's no Iron Team, Cryptic, only me, lol. Yeah, Cryptic, of course, reserving for Hassan. He knocked his teammate out. Sure, Argentina will be having words with him. Of course, Cryptic does return. He will be have a full-time seat next week. Right, let's go with the Ferrari of Nunda, who's going to be first out on track then. Right, Nunda then, here he goes. Kane's down the straight. Oh, late in the braking zone, yeah, he's really locked up there. So say, are you going to brake, Nunda? He left it really late, but he managed to get the corner in time. Yeah, he's got so much pace, isn't he, Nunda, at the moment? He's improved so much lately. Look how much he's locking up. He's obviously got the anti-lock brakes off. This is where it gets really... Oh, he's invalidated. Nunda's invalidated. Not good for karma for Nunda then, for saying he's happy with Argentina being out. Let's hope he gets out of the way of FIFA Beefy then, who is going to be next to set his time. Well, first to set his time. There we go, Nunda. Nunda needs to get out of the way pretty quickly. Hopefully that didn't affect Beefy too much. He did get out of the way in the end. Might have put him off a bit though. What time can FIFA Beefy 2? What is the benchmark going to be? It's a 1 minute 15.4. It's not the quickest time, is it really? Dylan's going to be next across the line. What can he do? 1:16.1 for Dylan. Next up's going to be the Mercedes and Marvsky. What can he do? He's looking good. Marvsky takes the original pole of 1:15.1. Crazy Bill's up to P2. Marvsky, wow, where's he got this pace from? He's behind it. Bill's up next, but he's invalidated. So he's going to go again. He's going to go again. We then got the Haas, Cryptic Alibi and an outlap, and that we've still got 4 cars in the pits then as well. So Marvsky's up in P1 at the moment. Looking good for him. How was that an invalidation? Stupid. Saying Nunda. Oh, we've seen cars go 4 wheels off and it's not invalidated them. So yeah, it is strange. The track limiters around here, I'll give you that one. Cryptic's now on his lap. Maybe he'll replay the team game to Argentina by holding up everyone in front of him. For Argentina to catch up if he can qualify high up. It's pretty neat through sector 1 for Cryptic so far. Oh, he's invalidated. Oh. So I think it was at the same place Nunda did, I'm not too sure, but it's just hardly looked like it went 4 wheels off there. In other places you can go flying 4 wheels off around here. Bill's on another lap then. He's invalidated another lap. Bill's is in the pits now then, so he is struggling with only 7 minutes left. He didn't like lap Ballard, did he? We wanted to take that one out. Anyway, yeah, it's only Racing Point and Ferrari. I've got 2 drivers through. 2 Q3, apart from that we've got Mercedes, a Red Bull, a McLaren, a Haas, a Renault and an AlphaTauri. It's just no Williams and Alfa Romeo, is it? Because they're both starting in the bottom 6. Both Ferraris on their outlaps then. Jake and the Bearded Dave on their outlaps too. Who's going to be first to start their lap? It is going to be Nunda. Obviously because it's a short track, they'll still get 2 goes at it as well once they finish this run. Should do anyway. Nunda then gets ready to start his lap. I really don't know. We normally do pole predictions, don't we? Who do we think is going to get pole then? The ones you'd expect, I mean, Beefy is normally one you'd expect for pole. He's not set a fantastic time, has he, so far? Nunda's obviously not got a time. I mean, Crazy Bill takes the original pole then, over 1:15.0. Of course, there's only 4 drivers that have set a lap. I'm still going to go for Nunda. I'm going to go for Nunda for my pole bet. So you get a yellow flag just for a car moving out of the way. God, don't let me down, Nunda. He'll probably invalidate again, won't he? Same place. Going well at the moment. Again, clipping both the apexes there. This is looking much better for Nunda then. I do think he just needs to get a clean lap. He's got the pace to do it. So just a clean lap for Nunda, and I think he'll be in a strong place for pole position. Obviously, no McKenty in Q. No McKenty today. Oh, he's invalidated again. I say no McKenty today. Argentina not in Q3. It really is a chance for someone else then if Nunda can't set a lap without invalidating. And at the moment, Crazy Bill's on pole position.
That's not
Oh,
staying.
and Nunda's spinning there as well. He's losing the rear end. Is he going to come straight back in the pits then? I think he might. He is coming straight back in the pits. There we go then. There's probably only one more run at it now than for Nunda. Jake the Slayer behind hasn't invalidated. Wouldn't surprise me if he went on provisional pole, but Jake has gone on provisional pole. Jake S with 1:14.9, and what can Jake the Slayer do? It's P3 for Jake the Slayer. Again, close margins. What can the Bearded Dave do? I wouldn't rule out provisional pole for the Bearded Dave here. What can he do? He crosses the line. It's 5th for the Bearded Dave. Wow. This is really up for grabs here, isn't it? Bills is on the lap then. What can Bills do? Then he just started his lap. I think any of the guys can go out and set pole position here. He's taking a wide line there, he's taking a risk, Bills, for invalidating, but he wants to get as much time as he can. He's really going for it. Down in P10 at the moment, so he's got nothing to lose. One valid lap, please, Linda. Bills still going strong, and it is this sector 2 when they start sector 2, and this little middle section here before they go into sector 3. This is the bit around here. It's so hard not to invalidate because there's just so many quick lefts and rights, and you can lose the car so easy, lose the rear end. And he's done it quite well here, Bills. He's done not the quickest you can possibly go, but he's kept the car together, and he's got some decent pace going through there as well. And of course, when there is opportunities with a few of the quicker drivers not being up there, that might be all it takes, getting one good lap together. Doesn't have to be all out lap. And this is looking really good for Bills. It wouldn't surprise me if this was P1. I think it will be, and it is. A 1:14.8. He's just under a tenth quicker than Bills. Just under a tenth quicker than Jake. There's provisional pole for Bills. And Nunda down in 10th. Cryptic Alibi down 9th, yet to set a lap. Dylan is a 10th up, then he's on another lap. Jake the Slayer has just started his second lap as well. Oh, car's getting a bit close there. Who's that? Beardy Dave getting out of the way, Crazy Bill getting out of the way, and off to Beardy Dave, I think that was. It's Beardy Dave going again. He's looking quick round here, isn't he, the Beardy Dave? We're going to go on board with Dylan then. He's 2 tenths up. His first lap wasn't too good. It's only 1:16.1, so he is quite a way off the rest of the pack that have set laps, and he's sliding a little bit as well. He might come in the pits here and then go for one more. He's not. He's going to commit to this lap. Let's see what Dylan can do here then. It's a 1:15.4, so he's, look at that, 0.001 off Beefy. So there we go, it's a decent lap for Dylan there. He may be able to stay ahead of a couple of guys who haven't set a lap then, if they can't. But I think that is it for Dylan then. Unless he saves up unless he's got a lot of fuel on board, and he saves up for one more go on those set of tyres as well. But Beardy Dave's over a tenth down at the moment then. But look at that, Beardy Dave. He's towards the bottom of the standings, and the last couple of weeks he has improved, and he's less than half a second off pole here. And he's invalidated, unfortunately, and that would have invalidated next lap as well. So I think that's all. It's all done then for the Beardy Dave. It's as quick as he's going to get. And if we just, yeah, so Beardy Dave in P6. Crazy Bill then just started another lap. I think Bills is going again as well. He's going on another lap. Dylan then, he's going for another go. He's slightly up again. There we go, he's just under a tenth up, so that would put him above Beefy as it stands, wouldn't it? Oh, he's in a bit too wide there. That would have lost him a couple of tenths, I think. I'm not sure he's going to improve here then. It was all about the last little corners to get a good enough exit. No, he lost it, didn't he? He lost all the time there, so that is it for Dylan then. P8 at best for him. Cryptic Alibi and Nunda then. On their out laps, Nunda's weaving to get as much warmth in those tyres as he can. So hopefully avoid him invalidating. So Bills has invalidated, unfortunately. I think with like low fuel gauge flashing, that could be it for Bills. Jake is going again. He's currently on the front row. Crazy Bills 2.5 tenths down, 3.5 tenths down. We're seeing he comes out at sector 2, and he's gone wide there. So yeah, I think is he going to have enough to save up and go for it again? Crazy Bill looking good for Racing Point though, 1 and 3. Let's see if he goes again. About to see a Red Bull across the line. It's Beefy to start his lap. There we go, and he is going to have another go at it, Crazy Bill.
His tyres on 15%.
It's crazy, isn't it? I know, it's so hard. Jake the Slayer is he coming into the pits? Yeah, so Jake the Slayer's all done, unfortunately. Jake is slightly down. Crazy Bill is starting his lap. Marvsky is slightly upland. So Marv, a good lap here. A good sector 2 and sector 3. And it could be looking really good for Marv. I'd love to see him start on pole. Oh, he's crashed. He's going to crash here. He smacked it. He's spun then, and Marvis all over him. Billy Davis all over him. Beefy's 2 tenths up. Cryptic's on a lap. Nunda's on a lap. Next across the line is going to be the Renault of Jake. Oh, he's swerved in the pits last minute. It was all done for Jake. All done for Crazy Bill. All done for Marv. Only Beefy, Cryptic and Nunda then can improve their times now. First up is going to be Beefy. You can see them all in tandem, can't you? You see them all coming up to the line. V for Beefy then, and Nunda. They've left it late, but the 2 favourites for pole position. Can they put things right? Can they do it? V for Beefy. He comes through the final turn. What can he do? Oh, he's cutting the apex there. He crosses the line. It's second. It's only second for FIFA Beefy. Next up's going to be Nunda. What can Nunda do? I think this is going to be good enough. Nunda comes across the line. It's pole position for Nunda. 3 attempts clear of the rest, and he finally gets it done. Crazy Cryptic Alibi's next, and he stays 10th. Does Cryptic Alibi? So less than a second between the top 10, but Nunda, there we go, and he does get pole position eventually. He finally got his first lap set right at the death then. Nunda takes pole position for the Ferrari. And there we go, then my prediction was right. He kept teasing me, kept me waiting, but Nunda does take pole position in the Ferrari then. Great effort there from Bills, but in the end he was 3 attempts off. FIFA Beefy in 3rd, Jake in 4th, Crazy Bill 5th, Jake the Slayer in 6th, then Marvsky in 7th, the Beardy Dave 8th, Dylan in 9th, and Cryptic Alibi down in 10th then. But yeah, less than a second covering the whole top 10. Really close there, so some fantastic laps. Really would have liked to see Marv finish that lap, because he was a couple of attempts up and he spun, didn't he, and crashed into the wall. If he set that lap, I think he could have been on for a good second place there, Marvsky. But even still, great to see him starting up in the top 10. Really looking forward to this race, and it's all up for grabs with all the all these top 10 starting on the softs as well. Argentina we've got to watch out for. DJ Geordie got to watch out for, I think, in 11th and 12th.
I'm quite happy with 5th, to be fair. I wasn't expecting that when I came in here.
Yeah, that was a good effort. Serious Mushroom saying, Phew, our prediction is safe. Yes. Kept us waiting, didn't he? Falling Moment saying, lost loads on tyres, sector 2 and sector 3. So like cooler softs than normal. So you spun around later than that. Car is cursed. In the Vettel car. Right, the cars are just selecting their strategy then.
I don't know, man. That's a good idea. It's saying soft, medium.
I think that'd be a struggle with the softs you're starting on. Being so.
Yeah, it says softs to lap 10. I'm just going to trust the strategy here, to be fair. I don't want to... Yeah, I don't know.
Fallen Moment saying in every practice he's got over 20 seconds in pens. Yeah, it's going to be a lethal one for penalties. This is not a track I like at all, as I've said quite a few times already. I don't know many people who do like this track. We got Dave Cummins in the comments with us saying good luck to everyone. Cummins, of course, League One driver. Right, let's get our telemetry sorted. Where's the tyre? There we go. So Argentina, yes, he's taking my advice. He's starting on the hard tyres in P11, and Marv's left us. So did this live? Why does it keep happening to Marv's at the beginning of every race? He should have a couple of invites spare. I will quickly get him another invite though, just in case. I think that's 3 of the last 4 weeks this has happened to Marvsky now. It's just taking him out of the session at the beginning of the formation lap. Marvsky knows what to do by now. Obviously, if it ghosts him about 10 seconds in front, just return as quickly as you can, as safely as you can to your P7.
Oh no, he's back. He
is back, yeah, we see. So yeah, top 10 obviously on softs, we mentioned old softs. Argentina P11 on the fresh hards. DJ Geordie's gone for fresh softs in P12, a bit surprising, but he's going to be aggressive at the start. Harris on the mediums then in 13th. Then got Ayrton, Andy and Shadows on hards. Adam and Theo going aggressive on the softs at the back, and the Maniac and Vintage on the mediums too. So only 3, I don't think I've ever seen a race but only 3 cars are starting on mediums. Only Harris and the Maniac and Vintage. Interesting that is. Normally the mediums are the option tyre to start on. William saying DJ Geordie might have to leave, so he's going to watch a film with his nan. Right, okay. William Healy, thanks for the info. So Nunda then again is obviously in a strong position. Beefy, Marvsky, the others getting promoted as it stands. Argentina down 11th on a different strategy though, as Geordie and Harrison have actually been disqualified from the formation lap for hitting each other. I think DJ Geordie's obviously not paying attention, he's too busy watching that film of his nan. As William Healy saying in the comments. McKenty saying Haas 10 and 11, come on lads, best of luck. I'm sure they'll finish higher than 10th and 11th. Right, let's get this party started then. Come on guys, keep it clean. You cannot win it in turn 1. You're going to win this race through not getting penalties, I promise you. Keep it clean, avoid penalties as much as you can, and let's get this race started then. We'll probably see lights before the cars actually go.
I'll tell you when lights come on for us.
We'll see Marvsky's Ghost go flying in front. Right, we've got lights.
And we haven't got lights yet.
No, we've got lights now. Where's Marvsky's Ghost going to come flying out then? Oh, whose Ghost is gone? Well, we go, we've got lights then. And here we go then, Nunda is away. Oh, that McLaren's got a stunning start. The Mercedes just sat still. Not sure that's Marvsky dropping all the way down the back. Then Bills has got a great start. He's going down the inside, and Nunda is going to go down to the inside, isn't he, into turn 1. And the Renault's catching up as well. It's such a long line down. And Beefy, oh no, Beefy's nearly spun it. Beefy's nearly spun it into the Renault with Jake then. He turned in a bit earlier, and Nunda's miles in the lead. And the Racing Point need to avoid each other there. Beefy's up into P2. Bearded Dave's falling all the way down to the back. But Nunda is miles in the lead. FIFA Beefy P2. Crazy Bill is side by side with Jake. Crazy Bill's got the inside. Jake's going to go for the old switcheroo, but Crazy Bill keeps the place for now. Jake's in P4 then. Dylan is in P5. Bill's down to P6. Harrison's up to 7th. Jake the Slayer is in 8th. DJ Julie up to 9th. And, the Haas drivers are stayed 10th and 11th. Ayrton's 12th. Theo 13th. Adam 14th. Vandy Lou 15th. Maniac 16th. Marvsky just got a really slow start. I'm not sure what's happened there. Shadows in 18th. Vintage 19th. And Bearded Dave's had big problems, hasn't he? Fantastic quality. Such a shame he's got a lot of wing damage. Not sure what happened there. It's all relatively clean. Theo's got wing damage too, unfortunately. No huge spins though, of course. Obviously, Bearded Dave lost time, and that was about it. So Nunda, after a poor initial getaway, he got slipstream, didn't he? He's now over a second clear. FIFA Beefy over a second clear in second. The Racing Points across the line. With Crazy Bill in third. Jake in 4th. He's being caught up by Dylan. 41 second lap for Marvsky, fastest lap. Dylan goes up the inside. Is he going to go for it? He does. He's going to go around the outside now with Jake then. And Jake's going to have the better line, isn't he? So yeah, Jake keeps that position. Position change. 4 places gained for Dylan there, and gets past Adam for P12. There we go then. He's got that move done. You see Bills and Dylan. Bills going to go down the inside of Dylan. It's going to be a great move if he gets it done. They're keeping it clean, aren't they? Keeping it really clean. He's in the McLaren sandwich at the moment, Bills. Harrison's gained 6 positions. McLaren's have had lightning starts, haven't they? They tend to have lightning starts in real F1, don't they? We see Carlos Sainz always shooting up. Maybe that's just a McLaren thing, isn't it? The confidence of being in that bright orange car. Lightning getaway. Bills, yeah, he's dropped 4 places, of course. I think he was compromised by his teammate a bit as well. Marvsky's the first one to get a 3-second penalty. Is Bills going to go down the inside of Dylan? And Dylan swipes in, and Dylan keeps that place as well. He does for now, but Bills is really going for it. Oh. This is a great battle, but Bills needs to get back past Dylan. He's being held up here and he's losing out. DRS enabled them. And the top 5 are already over a second away from each other. And I'm sure Bills is going to get a move done on Dylan here. And he goes to the inside. He's got the ERS, but Dylan, he's not pulling away from him, is he? And Dylan's got the racing line, but there he goes, the car's with him in front. There we go, Bills gets a move done. Good move there from him. Eventually gets it done, and Jake the Slayer gets past Harrison for P7 in the background as well. So both McLarens getting past. It's now Jake the Slayer in the McLaren sandwich then. Bearded Dave has pitted, unfortunately. And Marvsky, unfortunately, has dropped all the way down to the back. We know he's good at recovery drive, so Harrison's now under pressure from DJ Julie. Harrison on the mediums, though, of course, so he's not. He won't have as much pace for the first couple of laps being on those mediums. Argentina in 10th then. Like we've said, all he needs to do is hold position for the first 7 or 8 laps, wait for everyone else to pit in front of him, and then he's got the lead then, hasn't he? Obviously DJ Julie finding his own path in front. Both Mercedes have now got 3-second penalties. Oh, Harrison's got to be careful coming back on the track there, and he took DJ Julie with him. Julie's got the racing line, he's on the outside, and Harrison has to use to clip the curb. I think that's wing damage for Julie. Oh, Julie's cut back, and Harrison's got a time penalty for going off the track there. Aggressive fighting between these two. The top 6 now all behind a second to each other, and Marv's got another 3-second penalty as we see his teammate DJ Julie coming to pits. Terrible start to the race for Mercedes then. Stick it back to the tyres. Good race in turn 1 saying serious mushroom. We've got Emerson Hilton saying good luck Ayrton, go on brother. Good to see Emerson in the comments with us as well. And let's have a look at Ayrton at the moment for him then. Ayrton's in P12 at the moment. Oh, Theo's gone off behind him. Theo has gone off behind him. Not quite sure what's happened there. He was struggling qualifying, weren't he, Theo? He's all over the place, sliding everywhere. Here he is Ayrton then, especially for Emerson. He's in P12 at the moment. He's doing well to avoid all this battle in front, because we see Harrison is losing a few positions. All Ayrton needs to do is just maintain his tyres. He's on the hard tyres. Great strategy, I think. And Argentina and Ayrton will be the top two in a good few laps when everyone else in front pits. Ayrton just needs to avoid getting time penalties and keep those hards nice and at a nice temperature. Don't wear them out too much. And I'm sure Ayrton's going to be on for some decent points. But in front of him we see Adam. He's really catching up to Harrison. Harrison can't get those mediums firing, can he? He's sliding on them. He's lost a few positions. A great getaway for Harrison, but he's slowly started to fall down. And yeah, both Haas drivers have got past him. We've missed it somewhere, but Argentina has got past Cryptic Alibi. I doubt Cryptic was fighting it too much. Jake the Slayer is catching up to Dylan and Bills. Let's have a look at Bills. Oh, he's getting really close to Jake, isn't he? Crazy Bill. Look at the gap. Nunda and FIFA B for the gap's about the same. So you see Harrison and Adam fighting over P10. Oh, they're side by side still. Oh, Adam's just about left the cars with and got the move done then, and he's got the DRS as well. You see Jake the Slayer in that DRS zone just in front, getting past Dylan as well. So Jake the Slayer's on a charging as well. Bill, oh, I think Jake went slightly wide there. Jake in P4, Jake 46. Bills, he's definitely got the pace around here, isn't he? He'll be wanting to be up in that battle with the top two. And FIFA Beefy somewhere has lost out because he was a second behind and it's now 2.4, so he must have run wide somewhere because he's lost a second and a half the last sector. Crazy Bill has definitely gained time, and it might have just been a slow couple of corners for him. But yeah, now we're going to have to start looking at the pits as well, because now on lap 6 as Adam gets a 3-second time penalty. Crazy Bill's under pressure. Yeah, his front left's on 40. Crazy Bill under pressure, but his teammate Bills is really putting pressure on Jake now. Let's have a look at Bills. He goes to the inside. He's going to get the move done easily. So there we go, and it's now a racing point 3 and 4. And I'm sure if Crazy Bill's tyres are pretty bad, if Bills comes right behind him, I'm pretty sure there's going to be no match. I'm sure they're not going to fight each other there. And look at that, FIFA Beef is now 3.2 seconds behind, so I think his tyres are just starting to go off as well. And look, already Argentina's gaining in P8. This is what I mean. This is when I said earlier I'd rather start 11th on fresh hards than 4th or 5th on old softs. This is why, because I bet you Argentina will finish on the podium. No pressure, Argentina. As we see Marvsky getting past Shadders, and Shadders getting back past Marvsky. They're having a battle down for P14, and great race so far. Only the Bearded Dave and Theo have had incidents, and it looks like they've been on their own as well. They've both had to come in for wing changes. See Marvsky dipping a tyre into the dirt, and as well he's already got 6 seconds in penalties. So after disconnecting the formation, that has all gone from bad to worse for Marvsky, unfortunately. But we know he can do anything. We know he's capable of these recovery drives and getting in the points. And he's catching up to the back of Andy Liu now as well. Andy Liu's in 13th, so had a quiet start so far. Bill's then really on the back of Crazy Bill. There we go, he's going to get him here.
I'm just going to let him
He's going to get him here easily. Sporting thing there from Crazy Bill. Doesn't want to mess up for his teammate. And he does the right thing, gets out of the way. And this gap between the top two again is just extended, isn't it? Nunda, who gets quicker every week, he's really looking good. Both of these top two are looking really good for a Premier League drive for next season, aren't they? Both sailing away from the rest of the field. Is FIFA Beefy going to go for an undercut though? Is he going to pit on this lap, or will he just do the opposite to Nunda as Jake the Slayer gets past Jake, or does he? Yes, he does. How confusing is that? There's a Jake commentator, and they're watching a battle between Jake and Jake for P5. There we go then. Let's see a battle going on between Adam and Cryptic Alibi. I think Adam's got the move up to P9. Adam is a great, let's have a look, position change. He's gained 8 positions, Adam has, up into P9. Fantastic start to the race for Adam as he just cuts the curb there. They got, wow, it's a huge crash. Argentina and Dylan. Argentina and Dylan, we just saw it in front of Adam there. I'm not sure what has happened there. They've just hit each other. I think they were just running side by side and they both went spinning around. Debris exploding everywhere. Argentina's strategy's ruined then. So I think he's got bad wing damage. Let's have a quick look. He has got wing damage, hasn't he? Oh, such a shame for Argentina. And Dylan's there as well. Argentina, he does come straight in the pits. Where is Dylan? He's down in P15 with wing damage too. Oh, I'm not sure what's happened there. And it's so strange because Dylan and Argentina are very rarely involved in incidents. I don't think I've ever had an incident reported against either of them. They're very strange to have those two come together. And again, it just shows Mexico is just one of those tracks where you never know what's going to happen. Very strange collision there. It's just... Obviously, have a look at that one after the race. I'm sure if there was anyone at fault, they'd put their hands up, but that's really affected Argentina and Dylan's race. They're both going to be down the field now. Both put on fresh medium tyres, and that's really going to help Nunda FIFA Beefy close up to Argentina in the standings then. 7 laps, the top 7 are done on these soft tyres, which is about their limit. What's your front left on now then, Crazy Bill?
55.
55%, there we go, and they can't go much further. Argentina already making the move, and now vintage then for P16. I'm sure he'll be firing through the field, but what I want now is a safety car. But like we said earlier on, we've only had safety cars in 4 of the 15 races so far in the championship this season. So we can't be relying on safety cars because the chances are it won't happen. As Harrison, the Maniac, are getting 3-second penalties. We're on board with Adam. Adam, I don't know what he must have thought. He just saw 2 cars in front of him. Looked like they just blew up the amount of debris that was flying everywhere. Harrison in P8 then, he's starting to catch up to Adam. Yeah, we're at the switch over time, definitely. The mediums are going to be quicker now than the softs. And Harrison, I think, now he's called his tyres down to be able to work his way back through the field. As Marv's now got 9 seconds of penalties already after 9 laps. At this rate, Marv's will have 36 seconds of penalties. So I think Marv's will get disqualified at this rate with this amount of penalties.
If Bills is pitting on this lap, then that's just...
Yeah. Obviously, he is looking quite pacey though, Bills. He's catching up to the top 2, so I doubt he will pit. Let's have a look, see what he does. He's getting closer. He's getting closer to Beefy, so I don't think he will pit. He's going a lot quicker. I think it's the quickest man on track at the moment, maybe apart from Nunda. So I'll be surprised if he pits. Beefy does pit. Nunda and Beefy pit, and Bills stays out then. He thought about coming in the pits, and FIFA Beefy's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Wow, surprised at that. So Bills is going to absolutely cane it this lap then. Hope that Nunda and Beefy get caught in traffic, and then he's going to try and do the overcut then, isn't he? On these soft tyres, which will be a struggle because they're going to be absolutely knackered. But if we see Nunda and Beefy come out in traffic...
Why have they put softs on? Oh, you absolute mugs.
Oh no, he's put the wrong... And Nunda has come out in a battle, look. Nunda's side by side, look, he's coming out right behind Shadders and Andy Liu. And Nunda is really going to get held up from this battle. This is not going to... He's put mediums on. FIFA Beefy's put another set of fresh softs on, so he's committing to 2 stops for both of them. Nunda's getting held up. FIFA Beefy's got clear air here. And if I was Bills, I'd be sat here laughing at this because these are both getting held up so much. And Bills could do a dramatic overcut here. Nunda, look, oh, Shadders and Andy Liu side by side. Shadders gets past Andy Liu. Is Andy Liu going to let Nunda by? Yes, he does. Nunda then right behind Shadders. There we go, Andy Liu's clearly out of the way. FIFA Beefy. Oh, and Ayrton's got past Harrison because Harrison's had a bit of a spin. He's managed to get it back. And Nunda needs to get this move done on Shadders. Let's see. Can he do it? Andy Liu and Marvsky are holding up FIFA Beefy low as well, so Beefy's getting held up. And if Bills pits this lap, does Bills pit? He stays out for one more lap. He might be going soft hard and doing a 1-stop here, Bills. Jake the Slave is in the pit, so Shadders then, and Nunda, I'm sure he's going to get Shadders here then. Yes, Nunda does. Let's see where FIFA Beefy is then. FIFA Beefy, and we got a yellow flag and a spin out from I think it's Theo again spinning around at the back. FIFA Beefy, Martin to come in the pits, so FIFA Beefy then has just got to catch up to Andy Liu, and Nunda's done well to clear this battle between Andy Liu and Shadders as quick as he has. So we can see him in that train and the Ferrari just ahead. What is this Alfa Romeo doing? I think he's just sat still. Oh, he's all over the place. I'm not sure what Theo's... He's getting lapped now, but Adam's in P2. Theo just needs to get it running, doesn't he? He needs to cool these tyres down. And he's just slamming it into the wall yet again. The Maniac's got passed by Jake the Salem for P10. Oh, look at this battle then. Who's that? It's Nunda getting past Harrison. There we go. And Harrison doesn't really fight it. Still yellow flags. Nunda sliding a little bit. Nunda put the mediums on as well. I think we mentioned that. So yeah, top fit at the moment. Bills and Adam both yet to pit on those soft tyres. And like we said, the people on the hards will lead the race. Obviously Argentina isn't because he had that incident. But Ayrton, oh yeah, Bills is now in the pits. Adam, does he follow him into the pits? I should think he will. And he does, yeah, he's going to as well. So Ayrton's going to lead the race. There we go then. He's got his brother Emerson cheering on for him in the comments as well. Ayrton leads the race then, and we said it would happen at some point, and Theo's still spinning around, isn't he? He needs to cool those tyres down. He's just going to keep spinning, if not, through every corner. Not sure that's the way.
Got the undercut,
weaving. Let's have a look. And Crazy Bill has got past Bills. So that really hasn't worked for Bills. I think he should have just pitted on that first lap, shouldn't he? Once Nunda got held up and Beefy got held up in traffic, but he stayed out for 2 extra laps. Not sure why.
Oh,
Argentina
they put
gets
old
past
softs
Beefy.
on for me, so I'm done.
Yeah, you got to have a look in your comments. And Theo's got a 3-second penalty. It's all over for Theo, I think, today. Not even a safety car can save him. Speed in the pit lane as well for Theo, and he's retired. The car in the pits, our first retiree then was Theo, and he's a lap down. Beefy then is going to challenge Harrison. Harrison's done so well so far in this race, where he's got 3-second penalties. I say, oh no, I've not done it. Oh, Harrison, I'm so sorry, mate. I say he's done so well, and then gets a penalty and he spins it in the wall. I promise I won't say any driver's doing good ever again, because it always happens. Say a driver's doing well, they get a penalty and spin it. He's still got a good chance. So Dylan's getting past Marvsky for P16. Two of our quicker drivers batting down there, and Marvsky is just... Oh, I'm not sure what happens to... Oh, Marvsky, I'm not sure what he's done there. He's taken Dylan out there. He went flying off the track. He's lost his wheel.
I'm going to let Bills by again.
And he's hit Dylan. Harrison's in the pits.
Safety car! Oh, my Lord and Saviour.
And that's caused by Marv there. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. DJ's always got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane as well. Marty just caned across the corner and he went flying into Dylan. I'm not sure if anything happened before. I'm sure Dylan will be reporting that at the end of the race. But Marv's going to have to... One of his best qualities in ages is now out of the race, and Dylan is staying out because he's got no wing damage.
I need to change the I changed the strategy to a 3-stopper. I don't want to do that.
So Ayrton is not too good for Ayrton, really, is it? He'd have wanted the field spread out, but now he's got a pit. Well, it might help him conserve those hard tyres, so we can definitely go to 1-stop hard mediums. I'm sure he'll stay out.
What lap do you reckon hards will go to the end to?
I reckon about now, if you're lucky. If you're really, really good and manage them really, really well, but obviously under a safety car as well, you have a couple of quiet laps. Have it on lean for a few laps as well, but at a stretch you could probably put hards on now to go to the end. And Ayrton does come in the pits. Nunda comes in the pit, so I think there's going to be hards to the end for Nunda. Whereas Ayrton, I'm not too sure, because he obviously can't go hards to the end. He's putting on mediums. Nunda, it is hards to the end, I think. Bill stays out then, so we're going to see all sorts of different strategies. Crazy Bill stays out, which I'm surprised at there.
Just me on this one, okay? Watch this.
That is going to be an interesting strategy then, because he's going to have to pit in a couple of laps anyway. It'll be the only car on that strategy, because nearly everyone else is on the pits. Shadders in P1, and yeah, he stays out on the hards, which I'd have done. So Shadders is in the lead of the race. Bill's in P2. So yeah, Nunda I think is the only one that's not going to have to pit again. And then behind him, Beefy won't have to, Jake won't have to, and neither will any of the guys behind, because they're all on fresh hards. Argentina's come out on fresh softs then. So he's going to try and accelerate through the field at this stretch then, isn't he? "25 laps, hards, big arse, there's serious mushrooms." Yeah, that will be. Now it's 22 laps, I think. 22 with a couple of laps on the safety car, with good tyre management and lean fuel for a little bit. I think that's doable. Just about. And he's also saying, Andy Lou, get them points, bro. Andy Lou, yeah, of course, up in P7. He's on the fresh softs at the moment, so he will still have to pit again, at least once. he's in a good position at the moment. I don't think he's got many penalties either. Serious Russians are saying, holy moly, that was bad. Yes, that was bad. I'm not sure if Marski just got frustrated or had an issue with Dylan, as Harrison gets a 3-second penalty for corner cutting under the safety car.
Shadows goes in the pits.
Yeah, that was poor, and I'm sure Dylan will report that. Shadows is in the pits, so he's going to come out in last, isn't he? It's a mistake on Shadows' behalf there then. He will come out down in 15th at least. I was on for P4, same forming moments. Yes, of course, as like I say, the safety car has not helped those guys that won hards. Or obviously Jake the Slayer as well, who just put on those mediums. So they've obviously lost time, because when you pit under the safety car, you save a lot of time, don't you? Where does Shadows comes out in 15th. There's fresh softs as well. Of course, that is the bad thing about starting hards. Because if you started on mediums, which only 3 cars did, so no one's in this situation. Actually, yeah, I think a couple of them are, like Harrison, yeah. Because if you started on the mediums, you get to around lap 15, you can then pit for hards to the end. It's a great one-stop strategy.
Do you reckon mediums will go to the end on lap 19?
I don't think so. I don't think mediums will do 17 laps here. I really don't. Hards to the end now would be a struggle. Hards from that. Oh, it's a tough one. I think you're going to have to. I'd say 15 laps of medium rounds here. I think you're going to have to get to lap 21 on those softs if you want to put mediums on.
Well,
or lap 20 at least.
35 on the front left. So that's cool.
So it is a racing .12 at the moment, but no, I think Crazy Bill's made a big mistake not pitting, because he's going to have to pit in a couple of laps time and he'll come out last by a long way. And Bills is in a good place. Obviously Nunda on his fresh hard, so he's going to the end, whereas Bills won't be going to the end. Neither will Jake the Slayer or Ayrton, so they need to pull away a little bit, don't they, on this restart from Nunda. But at the moment I think Nunda's strong favourite for this race, but of course there's Beefy not far behind him. I mean, Cryptic Alibi's in a good place. It's Argentina and Shadows ran a bit of a fight there, down for P15. Oh look, what are they doing? Bit of a battle, aren't they? Oh, Shadows have got it back. What are they doing? Oh, I think one of them might have the 5-second penalty glitch here then. It might come up, it might flash up in a minute saying one of them's got a 5-second penalty. I'm not too sure. Safety car, I should think it's going to come in this lap then. It's done a couple of laps, isn't it? And we're close to the half distance of this race, aren't we? Racing Point looking good then, Ferrari looking good too, Renault looking good. They're 4th and 8th at the moment. They've not got too many points in the stands, but we've got an Alfa Romeo and a Mercedes out, and it's not looking good for Mercedes at the moment. They were leading for a long way in this league as well. It's started to fall away for Mercedes though. Not picked up as many points in recent weeks, and they are struggling today as well. Obviously one car already out and one down in 12th. However, DJ is on hards, which could go to the end, so I wouldn't rule him out for some decent points yet. And there's the confirmation. Safety car is going to be coming in this lap. Bills is then, he's warming them up then, isn't he? Trying to get as much heat in those tyres as he can. As the Maniacs, what's happened here at these standings? Oh, the Maniac's ghosting, that's why I'm not sure what's happened there. As Bill's gone, he's going now. There we go, he's gone, and I think he's got away from his teammate, isn't he? Yes, he has got away from Crazy Bill quite well. Crazy Bill's under big pressure from Jake the Slayer, and for P3, what's happened to Dylan? He's down to P15. Harrison's down to 12th. It's a long stretch, isn't it? But Jake the Slayer comfortably in P3, then Ayrton in P5. Nunda Ayrton P4, sorry, Nunda P5, Andy Lou P6. Who's lost so many positions here though? I'm not sure who it is. The Maniac, I'm not sure what's going on. His car's acting like a maniac with all the ghosting it's doing. Dylan, I think, has lost out so many places. He's now in a battle with his teammate Harrison. Oh no, it's Harrison. Harrison's lost a good few places, hasn't he? Under pressure from Argentina is now as well. Argentina gets past him too. He goes to the outside. Oh, the two McLarens are hitting each other. And Harrison makes contact with Argentina there as well. These McLarens need to be careful. And then doing these hard tyres, then as you can see up in P5, he doesn't need to do much overtaking. He needs to conserve the tyre life and wait to the end. As we see Argentina, oh, he's gone a bit wide there. Needs to watch out for the bearded Dave behind him as well. And the bearded Dave's in a good place here, isn't he? But Bills has already got a second over Crazy Bill. Crazy Bill is going to have to pit soon anyway, and he'll come out in last when he does. Got Vintage in 18th on Hards as well. Watch out for him too, he could close up. Jake the Slayer is going to be putting Crazy Bill under a lot of pressure once DRS is enabled. Then Ayrton's looking fantastic, Nunda's looking really good too, but Andy Liu is catching up to Nunda. Is he going to go for it down the outside? He is going for it down the outside. He's going for it, Andy Liu. Oh, he's cut the corner there and he's got a 3-second penalty for it. He's got a good exit though. Is he going to go for it? Andy Liu, he's gone for the move on Nunda and he's got the move done, I think, unless Nunda dives down inside. Andy Liu has just overtaken Nunda. I know he's on fresh softs and Nunda's on hards, but Nunda will not be happy with that, I tell you that. Well done there, Andy Liu. Serious mushroom, they can't be very happy with his Alfa Romeo counterpart there. As we see Ayrton really catching up, isn't he? Jake says, see the Maniac falling down the order. He has lost it somewhere. He's been in and out, ghosting all over the place, isn't he, the Maniac? Not sure what's going on there. Jake has fallen out of DRS range. Not even DRS yet, because there's only 3 laps after the safety car. But Jake is 1.2 behind now. He's obviously had a bad lap and he'll be under big pressure from Ayrton as well, won't he? But Bills is looking really good, and if Nunda, who's under pressure from Beefy now as well, if they keep getting held up, then it's looking good for Bills, even though he's probably got to, well, he definitely has got to stop again. He's pulling away, isn't he? Crazy Bill and Jake the Slayer. Ayrton closing up to Jake the Slayer too. Nunda stuck behind Andy Liu at the moment then. Beefy stuck behind him as well. No, he's over a second behind, so he's not really stuck. And Nunda and Beefy's hards might start, and Nunda's got a 3-second penalty. That could change things too, and he's sliding. Don't forget Beefy, I'm not sure if he served his 5-second time penalty, but he had one as well, didn't he? So they need to look after their tyres if they want them to go to the end as well, and they're going to struggle doing that if they're changing their racing line based on the cars in front. Cryptic Alibi and Jake running really well in 8th and 9th. Not in that order. Shadows down in P11 on these fresh softs then. Argentina in 14th as well on these softs. He's going to have to pit again pretty soon. He's coming up to the back of Dylan, the two that collided together in Sector 2 earlier on. Let's see if they keep it cleaner this time around. You can see Argentina's not quite got the line rounded too much. Oh, he's got it better now. Andy Liu's getting past there for P4. Andy Liu on these soft tyres. Oh, again, I've said he's doing so well and he's gone wide, hasn't he? And he loses that place again. And Nunda gets past him as well, so it's really not helped Andy Liu going wide. I'm so sorry again. I said someone was doing well, and Crazy Bill is in the pits there. And there we go, and Harrison I think's lost it too. He's in the wall.
Come on, lads.
And it's another safety car. Crazy Bill. He just doesn't lose the gap he's got. I'm not sure what Harrison's doing here. He's just sat there facing the ball.
Get in
and
there.
He's been disqualified as well. I'm not quite sure what he's done there. He couldn't even reverse the car. Not sure it was a connection issue or what.
Very happy with that.
But a second safety car is not good. A disqualification, really not good from Harrison there. He had a good race up until then as well. The Maniac's in the pits, and again it just brings everyone together, doesn't it? Both AlphaTauri's running last. 3 DNFs now then. All 3 of them really stupid DNFs. Not sure what any of them, how any of them have happened. We've had 2 crashes that have just looked really silly, and obviously Theo's one as well. He just came and retired in the pits. I do think Theo had a setup on that's completely wrong for this track though. He just couldn't get it together at all, can he? But this is going to make things really interesting now. Who's going to pit?
I'm very happy with that.
Right, Bills is now coming to pit line. Hards to the end will work now.
Yes.
Easily. Mediums to the end could work now. Bills is staying out. Bills stays out. Yeah, Jake the Slayer's coming in the pits. I'm sure it's going to be Will it be mediums to the end? Ayrton stays out as well. Surprise, Nunda stays out. He's still going to the end. Mediums to the end could work now, I think. And it's fresh mediums, yeah, for Jake the Slayer. FIFA Beefy, he's coming in the pits. He's changing his strategy. Cryptic Alibi and Jake have had a collision under the safety car. I'm not sure what that's about. They're in the pits. We'll take our eyes off it for a second. And then we'll see what happens when we get out. Theo, go check my setup. Take play help, mate. Says Serious Mushroom. Yeah, that's great to hear people sharing their setups. Yeah, Theo, go and take one of them. But this, nonetheless, this is such a hard track, Mexico, to get the right setup. It's just, you want pace, because the straight, I mean, look how long the straight is. You want pace for that, but at the same time, there's so many bends that you need a lot of downforce for. So it's definitely a hard one to work out. And fair play to you, Theo, for going for an adventurous setup that gave you some pace. Right, let's have a look how it is now then. I'm surprised that Bills, Ayrton didn't pit. Nunda stayed out in P3 then. Jawley's in P4. Looking really good for Jawley now, isn't it? Because he can go to the end on those hards. How one safety car can change things so dramatically.
How lucky
Adam
am
in
I?
5th. Crazy Bill 6th. Yeah.
What the hell? DJ Julie and Adam just like...
Slow it down, yeah, on board with you now. Crazy Bill in 6th. Again, that's looking good for him. Hards to the end. But he's got to be careful.
Don't say that, don't say that.
It's not looking too good because he's got 4 cars behind him with fresh mediums, so he'll be under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm surprised you put hards onto the end instead of mediums, to be honest.
I just wanted to play it safe, to be honest.
It is playing it safe, obviously. I would say he'll be under pressure at the beginning when Andy Lou has looked so good, isn't he? Again, I know we said that last time, he went spinning off the track. He lost the place to Nunda, but he's coming for fresh mediums. I really think Andy Lou could be on some points here for Alfa Romeo. And that'd be great to see, because he's not scored points for quite a while. Did score quite a few points early on in the season. In fact, let's have a little look into the standings now. Theo's saying, my wheel broke. Oh, that's a shame. Unlucky, mate.
That's a lot of money.
Let's have a look then. What was I going to do? Championship standings. Here we go then. Yeah, Andy Lou's got 21 points this season, so he's in 12th in the standings. So he's doing pretty well. He's just not scored points for a while, has he? I've got a message off Marvsky. We'll just quickly read that one out. He tried to continue. His pixels went down, and when it's crap when it happens, and he's 3 weeks in a row. He's getting a joke now. So yeah, he's having problems. Obviously, Marv is then. And yeah, the glitch, like you say, the glitch as well. We've seen him have the glitch at the beginning too, when it kicked him out of session at the beginning of every formation. That was Crazy Bill, and that is not very good. 3-second penalty under the safety car. So yeah, we know Marcy's having problems. He's hopefully, obviously, he can get back in and get back. He's got this promotion spot. It's his, as it stands. The safety car is in this lap. Argentina saying. Yeah, so there's. Sorry for hitting you when you spun that time. I was trying to avoid with Dylan. Yeah. So we'll have a look at that at the end of the race. We've still got 14 laps left here. Seems like it's going on for quite a while now. 17 drivers left. The grid is mixed, isn't it? All over the place. Bills is going to do another safety car restart then. Let's have a look. Does he go for the same place? He's gone now then. Here we go. Bills is away then. 10 lap pole medium, so he's still got to pit at some point. As has Ayrton behind him. Nunda on the hards and DJ Jawley on the hards. And they're both going to the end. As is Adam in P5 looking really good. Crazy Bill in 6th. Under big pressure from the guys on the fresh mediums behind, all the way down to 10th. Argentina 11th on the hards. We said Mexico would bring surprises, and it certainly has. No one knows what's going to happen here. No one's overtaken each other yet, have they? Although the gaps, of course, are all bunched up. Cars weaving to get heat into their tyres. DJ George's really closing up to Nunda, isn't he? Nunda's had a poor start, hasn't he? Yet again, he's clipping the grass, and DJ George's got a bit of wheel spin, but Bills has already got a second over Ayrton. And again, Bills needs to find a bit of an advantage because he has got to pit again. So has Ayrton as well. Nunda and Jawley and Adam could be under pressure from Crazy Bill come the end of the race. And obviously the guys on the mediums behind looking good as well. We know Nunda's got a penalty. Shadders has just picked up a 3-second
really
penalty
wide.
too.
Please don't give me a penalty. Thank you.
Crazy Bill There we go. He's got a bit of an advantage to Jake the Slayer, isn't he? Medium runners and FIFA Beefy and Jake are catching up. We've got a yellow flag for now for Terry. So Billy Davies had an issue. I think he's going slow. Beefy's getting past Andy Lou for P8. He goes round the outside. He gets the move done. Andy Lou's got a mind out. Andy Lou and Jake, they've bumped each other there. Who's going to get the move? Jake gets the move. So Andy Lou's lost 2 places there. And now he's going to be under pressure from Argentina. Nunda really cashing up to Ayrton. Nunda's going to go down the inside. Is Ayrton going to fight it? He is going to fight it. He goes round the outside. He leaves enough room. And Nunda's on the grass. Nunda's on the grass.
Oh, that's a bit dangerous.
Nunda's gone off. He is ghosting, so he can come back on. He's got to be careful here, though, because he affected his teammate in Nunda. He needs to think about what he's doing. Nunda, it's not looking too good for him at the moment, is he? He's catching up to Crazy Bill. He's locking up. He needs to calm it down a bit here, Nunda. And Jake the Slayer and FIFA Beefy right behind. He's affecting Jake the Slayer, his teammate, yet again, because FIFA Beefy's looking all over the backside of him now. And it's suddenly looking much better for FIFA Beefy than it is for Nunda. We know Nunda's got a 3-second penalty too. I should think FIFA Beefy served his 5-second penalty in the pits by now. Nunda has, I think, gained a bit more of an advantage now over Jake the Slayer. 2 seconds between the top two, 1.4 between Ayrton and Julius. Shatters getting past Dylan. They're both fighting for P12. And Shatters still got that move. And Jake and Andy Lou are fighting again at the same part of the track. Adam's got a 3-second penalty then. Andy Lou needs to calm his tyres down, make sure he gets them to the end, and he'll be on for some decent points, I think, under pressure from Argentina. Although look at this. He's got ERS activated. He's going to get back past Jake here, isn't he, for P9? Pretty easily as well. Moves across. Andy Lou back up in the P9. Great effort from Leo. Jake's going to go down the inside. Oh, he thought about it, didn't he? He's got to think about Argentina behind though as well. And Nunda's catching up to Crazy Bill. Then Crazy Bill is falling away from the guys in front on the older hards. Julie and Adam doing fantastically at the moment. Nunda's gone around the outside of Crazy Bill then. And Crazy Bill keeps the place. Defends that one well. And Nunda's again got to be wary of what's behind him.
My brakes and engine is on fire.
And this Crazy Bill's holding these guys up. It's really helping. Julie, as we see Jake the Slayer break quite early there, and that's really affected Beefy. And FIFA Beefy's got wing damage now, so no one wants to win this race, do they? I'm not sure how bad that wing damage is, but the whole end plate's gone. And Andy Lou and Jake are fighting again. Cryptic Alibi gets P13 off Dylan. Here we go then. Jake's on down the inside of Andy Lou. Andy Lou kicks the place. Does Beefy pit then? Is Beefy going to have to come in the pits again? Or is he going to stay out with that wing damage? He does stay out, so he's going to stay out and risk it. Adam's catching up with DJ Julie then. These two guys really unexpected to be up in P3 and 4. Great effort from them so far. Oh, they're weaving all over the place. What are they doing? What are they doing? Oh, they're really battling each other here, aren't they? Is Adam going to go for it? Oh, don't collide. Need to leave a car's width there. Adam's got a better exit though. He's got DRS. ERS activated. Adam's going to go down and he gets the move done. No, he doesn't. This is really aggressive defensive work here from DJ Julie.
He's hit me.
And Nunda and Crazy Bill are fighting as well, and Nunda's losing out. And Crazy Bill's catching up to this battle now between Julie and Adam, and the two guys in front of these, Bills and Ayrton, are flying away into the distance, but they do still have to pit. So again, just look at this. Anyone can win this race. This is so exciting to see. Anyone out of this race can win. Really Andy Lou and FIFA Beefy fighting. Andy Lou again in fighting it. Has lost out another position to Jake then. Beefy obviously struggling with that wing damage. Argentina in 11th. He can still win this race, Argentina. I know he's on old hards, but he can still go to the end on him. Emerson saying Ayrton's not going to pit again, he's going to win. Ayrton then, so he's 12 laps on these. Can he go another 9 laps? I know he obviously called him down. When Nunda gets past Crazy Bill, and there we go. And Jake the Slayer's going to get past him as well, is he? Jake the Slayer sticks to the outside.
I've been hit again.
Yeah, I think Jake the Slayer's got him there. Just Jake the Slayer's place. He's got line. Good move from Jake the Slayer. Bit of contact, but it was fair and respectable there. Obviously, he's on the medium tyres. Shadow's getting past Argentina as well. So yeah, Emerson's saying that Ayrton's not going to pit again. 12 lap old mediums, another 9 laps, like we were saying. Called him down on the safety car.
Spawn, you absolute...
Oh, Crazy Bill spun. He's down it, he's lost it. He's down into 14th, and he could have been on for the win as well, Crazy Bill. But I think that's looking all over now. At least he can go to the end. He needs to call those tyres down. DJ Joy's got a 3-second penalty. And Ayrton. He's spinning on him. He's calmed down a bit more. Ayrton is looking good then. As Shadows gets past Andy Lou for 9th. Bills is looking good. Bills 14 lap on me. Can he seriously go 23 laps on them? Bills and Ayrton can look after these tyres, they're looking really good, and if they've not got any penalties, because Adam behind's just got another penalty. We know Jawley's got a penalty as well. Crazy Bill, Argentina's lost it. Argentina's lost it. He's down in 15th as well. Has there been a single driver that's not lost it yet? Argentina comes in the pits and he's on these 14 lap old hards. Is he going to go on softs to the end and go for fastest lap? He's retired from the session, Argentina. Oh dear, then to the championship leader. Oh, there's another collision here, look, Crypticalibi and Dylan. And Mexico, what is happening? Mexico, and Adam's getting past DJ Jawley, they're battling it out. This is reminding me a bit of Monaco now. This is some of the driving here today. It's been really, really poor, isn't it? So many bumps and collisions. We know, like we said, it is definitely one of the toughest tracks. But Bills and Ayrton are looking really good. They're pulling away even though they're on these old mediums. Theo saying he thinks he's going to be reserved for next season. Obviously Theo can't make League One next season, so if he does get relegated from the Championship, he will just have to be reserved for it. But we've still got a good few races left. Theo just needs to focus on the races and try his best. I'm sure he can work towards getting some points to keep him up. Jawley's starting to form... Excuse me. Jawley's starting to form a bit of a train behind him. Adam, as we can see there. And we've got Nundas catching up to them. Jake the Slayer's catching up to the Ferrari teammate of him. Beefy in 7th with slight wing damage we've seen as well. Under pressure from Jake in 8th. Shadows in 9th there as well. Andy Lou's got a bit of space in front of him and behind him in P10, and that could be useful for him after a couple of bumps the last few laps. All started to calm down a little bit now.
I can't believe I spun, man.
Bring back DT Bev, saying Jeff. So yes, DT Bev's of course fantastic effort from him in our League One race. And Nunda is getting passed by Adam when Nunda was in front, wasn't he? So Nunda's obviously got his nose in front and Adam's defended it, but Nunda, he needs to be careful because he's really affecting his teammate. He's shoving his teammate into Beefy's path where he's being so aggressive, trying to get past Adam. Jake the Slayer's looking really good here. Nunda's got a better line in front, as you can see. That Adam's got DRS from the car in front though. Nunda's going to go to the inside of Adam. Is he going to go for it? Oh, he backs out of it last minute. Nunda going to give his teammate a chance, isn't it? And Beefy's dived down the inside of Jake the Slayer. Is he going to get the move done? Or they're side by side. Beefy's had to go off. Jake the Slayer keeps the place, and Beefy, because Beefy was attacking it, Jake's got past him. This is the thing with Mexico. Some of the corners are so wide. If you go for a move and don't get it, you're probably going to lose a place. Beefy has got that place packed from Jake straight away on the straight though. And there we go. Andy Lou's caught straight back up to this battle, isn't he? And Bill's in there, and all the time are just extending, aren't they? I think they could be the top two, unless anything changes, unless they get a puncture. And look at this train, and Adam is causing now from P4 down to P10. There's about 2 or 3 seconds between them all. Adam's really under pressure from Nunda then. Nunda goes to the outside. He's going to go for switcheroo. Is he going to get it? Oh, he's been hit behind from his teammate. He's been hit by his teammate behind. Jake the Slayer is going to go around the outside of his teammate. And he gets the move done, Jake the Slayer. And Nunda's going to be under pressure from Beefy now as well. Beefy gets the move done on Nunda too. So Nunda's lost a couple of places because he was being so aggressive attacking Adam. Andy Lou gets past Chalice for P9, and yes, of course, such a difficult place to overtake. Nunda's got another 3-second penalty, and Jake now is looking to get past Nunda. He goes round the outside, they're side by side. Nunda's been hit there, and he's under pressure from Andy Lou now. It's all going wrong for Nunda. Nunda is on pole position. He's now down in P9 on 15 lap old hards.
Oh my God.
And he is going to get back past Andy Lou, I think, pretty easily. He needs to keep behind. It's a bit of lag. He's not going to get past. I take that back completely. Andy Lou's pulling away from him. Adam's still in P4. Then Jake the Slayer. He's got a lot of pace. He's going to go down the inside. Adam leaves a car whip. There we go. That's good racing. That's better. Cars whip all the way. Adam and Jake the Slayer. Great respectable racing there. DRS for Jake the Slayer. Then still side by side. And Shadows has lost a couple of positions now. Jake the Slayer, I think, has got past Adam. Brilliant racing there. Adam does hit him in the back a little bit. Much better. Fantastic move from Jake the Slayer there on Adam. And he takes P4. And Jake the Slayer now. Oh, and Adam's been hit from behind by Beefy then. And Beefy's taken that position. That looked a little harsh there. It's a yellow flag. Cryptic's had a spin. That is why we've got a yellow flag. I think Beefy just hit Adam there from behind and took the place. That could be something Adam reports at the end. Has Adam got wing damage? No, he hasn't. He's just got... He needs to cool these tyres down. Jake's going to get past him here. Yeah, like we said, Jake the Slayer really needs to look now towards the top 3. Adam didn't. He got passed by Jake. So Andy Lew in 8th now is looking to get past him. This is just crazy, this race. I can't take a breath. I've still got half my drink left. I've not got a second for it. But Bill's all the time is looking fantastic, isn't he? I wonder what his tyre life's on now. 19 laps on mediums around Mexico. Not to say that obviously is with him being in clean air, having a few laps under the safety car to save his tyre life. And Beefy's getting past Jake the Slayer. He's done it. So Beefy with wing damage, he's on a charge, isn't he? He's doing really well, and Beefy's up in the P4. Great effort from Beefy then. You see he's got end plate damage to that right side, and Nunda is getting passed by Dylan for P10, and Nunda on these old hards really struggling now, isn't he? And I think he was just too aggressive in trying to get some of these moves done, and that really cost him in the end, doesn't it? That's the thing with Mexico I've realised tonight. If you're aggressive trying to get a move done, don't get it done, you're probably going to lose positions, aren't you? And he's side by side still over Nunda, isn't he? Nunda and Dylan. It's good racing from these two. Nunda keeps the place. And now Dylan, because he was fighting it, gets passed by Shadows. There you go, look. Typical. Typical of this track, isn't it? And Crazy Bill just ahead of Cryptic Caliber,
lads.
And this is what I mean. This is how slow people are going when they're fighting this train, because look how quickly the guys are catching up behind. Adam's down in 7th, and Jake is catching up with Jake the Slayer. FIFA Beefy's really caught up to Julie then, even though he's got wing damage. Last few laps then. Is there any sign of a puncture for the guys at the front? It's surely risking it.
Are they all on mediums?
Yep. Bills has been on mediums for 20 laps.
I could have gone on mediums.
And he's still got a 6-second advantage. Yeah, you definitely could have, that's what I said to you. He might not have spun if you went on the mediums. But other cars in front might have more penalties than you. How many have you got? Is it just 3? Oh, and a car behind you. I think it's Cryptic Alibi. Goes really wide.
Yeah, I got 9 seconds.
Oh, he's got 9 seconds. Even still, his car's probably got more than that in front of you around here. We've got a yellow flag. It's for a Haas. It's Cryptic Alibi, I think, again, isn't it? It is, yep. He's gone off the grass. He's going to get passed by both AlphaTauri drivers. And we see Adam and Jake are battling. What's happened to Jake? Jake's gone off. Jake's gone off. He's got bad wing damage as well. There's another driver looking out the fight. And look at this battle behind then. We've got the racing point of Crazy Bill going around the outside and Nunda. And we've got the McLaren behind it, Dylan as well. Oh, Crazy Bill, I think he cut the corner a bit there. Nunda's then gone over the corner too. And they're side by side. Crazy Bill turns a little bit early. Now, I've got to be honest, this has not been the best quality race. As Beefy's getting past Julie, there we go. I think he's done it quite easy. He has in the DRS and down to turn 1. Not been the best quality races at all, is it? Last couple of weeks in the championship, we've had great races. Again, like I say, this is Mexico, so it's going to be harder, but this isn't fantastic, is it? As Nuna's getting past. Crazy Bill's made a great move there. Can he make it a double move, Crazy Bill? Goes around the outside of Dylan. Opens DRS, but so has Dylan. And Nunda's going to put him under pressure too. Nunda's going to go down the inside. And he backs out of it as well. So 1 place gained there as Bills has got a 3-second penalty. He's holding his own, isn't he? Jake the Slayer and P5, I'm surprised he's not moved on and taken more positions. Cryptic Alibi's come in the pits. I think he might be going for fastest lap. So Haas then, they're not going to get any points. Ayrton's still looking good for P2, isn't he? I'm not sure what he's like for penalties, how many he's got. Can Bills and Ayrton avoid a puncture on the final 2 laps then? Bills just coming across the line to start the last 2 laps then. All the gaps starting to spread out then, apart from this gap for P6. Adam and 20 lap old hards holding off Andy Liu and Shadders then. Crazy Bill's back up in the 10th after his spin then. We still don't know. Anything can happen with penalties around here. Some people might have up to 15 seconds. Really don't know how many each driver's got. Yeah, I'm really surprised Bills and Ayrton stayed on mediums to the end. Good call there by Emerson in the chat, and Emerson saying no pens for Ayrton and 9 seconds of pens for Bills. So Emerson thinks that his brother's going to win. Have a quick look at position change. Ayrton started in 14th. If Ayrton wins this could be up for driver of the season. It's 5.8 as well. He's got 2 laps, fresher tyres, and Bills as well, which I'm sure will come into play in the next couple of laps. And there we go, it's 4.2. The gap's coming down. The gap's really coming down. Has Bills got a puncture? Has he got a puncture? I'm not sure. It's 3.9. The gap's really coming down, isn't it? Don't think he has got a puncture, but he's going so slow that he's lost a couple of seconds the last lap. As he starts the last lap then, Bills. We've got yellow flaggers for Renault. It's Jake down in 14th. His race was started well, but it's gone pretty bad on from there, isn't it? And DJ Julian 4th, Jake the Slayer 5th, catching him up then. Shadders putting Adam under pressure. Crazy Bill's going to put Dylan under some pressure as well, although Dylan is pulling away. And Jake the Slayer goes down inside DJ Julian, takes P4 then, well done. And Shadders going down inside of Adam as well. And Cryptic Alibi has been disqualified for getting that many penalties. And Andy Liu's just got a 3-second penalty as well. Look, Bills is second. What's that? Has he got a puncture? He has got a puncture. He has. He's got a right rear puncture. Ayrton takes the lead. Beefy second. Jake the Slayer's up to third. Can Ayrton hold on to his tyres as well? We said that those 2 laps extra that Ayrton's got over Bills, and it's a 10-second penalty for Bills for exceeding track limits. It looks like it's all over. He's been in the lead for so long, and now Ayrton, it looks like he's going to win. Last couple of corners for Ayrton, and this would be absolutely fantastic. He's not got a puncture. You can see the confetti of the Mexican colours, and Ayrton comes across the final corner. We don't think he's got any penalties. Ayrton comes across the line. Ayrton then, let's have a look. How many penalties has he got? Ayrton wins the Mexican Grand Prix.
Overtake at the final corner.
Beefy second. Jake the Slow third. Shadders up to 4th. Julie 5th. Adam 6th.
Please.
Andy Liu 7th.
Penalties
Crazy Bill up to 6th.
Yes, get in
Dylan
there.
up to 5th. Nunda's up to P5. Nunda, not so bad for Nunda after all then. Because there's so many penalties, Nunda's gone up to P5. Bearded Days P9. Bearded Days picked up a couple of points as well because of penalties. Andy Liu unfortunately all the way down in P11 then. He didn't actually get any points unfortunately after that. As we see Jake facing the wrong way. Yeah, Jake has given up. He's not getting any points. Same for Vintage. Same for Bills as well. Such a shame for Bills. Leading for so long and he got a puncture on the final lap. We said that could be the difference between Bills and Ayrton. The 2-lap fresher tyres. And it really was, wasn't it? Because Ayrton's held on. Bills got a punctured start in the last lap. Ayrton absolutely fantastic, and again, like we say, the race was full of just packed incidents, wasn't it? I mean, constant clips and all sorts. But Ayrton, we said, start on those hard tyres at the beginning. If you just keep it clean, stay out of trouble, and then wait. Oh, Shadders gets driver of the day. He did in the League One race earlier. Yeah, back to what I was saying. Like we said, start on the hards between 11th and 15th. Stay out of trouble, avoid penalties, and you'll be in with a great chance. And that is exactly what Ayrton has done. Ayrton, my man, you deserve that 100%. Really happy for him. He had his brother supporting him in the chat. I think that's what did it for him. But look at that, 14th to 1st. Really happy because we've been so used to having Beefy, McKenty, Nunda up the top. Jake the Slayer back on the podium as well. I've got to give a special mention to him as well. Don't forget Beefy as well. He had wing damage after having a little incident and he decided to stay out. He managed to get second with that. But Ayrton, really happy for him. Fantastic effort, Ayrton. Shadders P4, brilliant from Shadders. Nunda 5th. Again, he made some mistakes in that race and it wasn't perfect for him, but he avoided getting too many penalties. which put him up to 5th in the end. Look at the amount of penalties for the guys below him. 20 seconds, 24, 24, 18, 29 for Bills. The Beardy Dave only got 3 seconds of penalties, and that's how he got up to 9th. Adam and Jawley on those old hards, they really picked up a lot of penalties, didn't they? Crazy Bill in 7th then. Dylan in 6th as well. Great effort from all of these guys today. The ones that finished the race. So we see quite a few DNFs too, but highlights go to Ayrton, don't they? Driver of the day, I don't think it's even going to be a competition, is it? Everyone's going to vote for Ayrton. Congratulations, mate. Oh, wow. Have a quick look into the comments of one last time. We have got Cryptic Alibi saying I only had like 15 seconds, I swear. Yeah, he got disqualified for it. For the moment saying yes. Emerson saying get in. Shadow saying some race lads crazy from start to finish. It was crazy, wasn't it? And then they're saying it's the worst thought he's ever had with us, and that's saying a lot. Well, he weren't on the podium, so he obviously weren't happy with it. It was a bad race. We saw instance from quite a lot of people, but obviously anything that you think, Nunda, was illegal towards you, then you need to get that into instant report. Cryptic Alibi saying it was a messy race, but nonetheless quite clean. It was. Yeah, there was nothing of hugely dirty in there, was there? It was just, this is just Mexico, isn't it? I mean, it's still a bit messy, like you say. Perfect word for it. Formula 1 saying safety car destroyed my race twice, but still get a podium, and that is why you don't retire from retire the car. You know, because you never know what's going to happen. You could have crossed the line in last and got a podium with no penalties. How did that and not got driver of the day, says Emerson. He's going to get our driver of the day, absolutely. No pen, started 14th and 1, and that's what you got to do. Start on the hards if you're outside the top 10. Stay out of trouble, don't get any penalties, and you can win a race. And the amazing saying for the moments. You're one to talk, Jake, says Nunda. Not sure who he's talking to. Oh, he's talking to his team. I was going to say I weren't racing. And saying no idea how I've done that. It's my worst track. Yeah, that's what I mean. Though. It's your worst track. It's most people's worst tracks, isn't it? And Shadow's saying well done, and great driving. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Really enjoy watching that. We will see you tomorrow for, what was it tomorrow? Premier League at 7:30. Mexico yet again. Hopefully see you all then.